We are going. Hey, DJ.
Hey, I've been here for a few minutes.
Yeah, I noticed. It's okay.
Hey, it won't let me share the screen. It says host has disabled the ability.
I think we have to be in the meeting first, but I'll make sure. I'll figure it out. Let's see. What's it say? How come I don't have video? Oh, what happened here? That's too weird. In progress. Oh, that's too weird. I haven't figured out how this thing works yet. Oh, there you are. Okay. Let's see if I can get this working. Yay. Start video. Nope. It's so weird. I know what it is, but there's no easy way to fix it. It grabs it. My other device grabs the camera first. It only allows me to have one camera at a time. Or only one device connected to the camera at a time, I guess. Let's see if I can fix this. I fixed it the other day. I don't remember how exactly. Video, hotkeys, stream, output, audio, general. Oh, I'm in the wrong place. Settings, in the right place. Huh. Doesn't look like it is grabbing the camera. I don't know why it doesn't work. Start video. Huh. Well, what's that? Fail to start camera. Please select another camera. I can't kill the stream. I don't know how I'll get the camera back. This is annoying. Oh, let me try this. I'll unplug it and replug it. I think that's what I did. That's what I did last time. Hey. All right. Cool.
You had to do the Jeff trick.
I had to do the Jeff trick, and for crazy, it was just yesterday, and I couldn't remember what I did. Too many things on my mind. Here we go. Now I got the official club hat going on. I don't know about this background. Let's see. It's too bad I don't have pictures of the actual club meeting. That would be a better background.
Yeah. There was one more thing I started thinking about on the agenda. I didn't see nothing about the frequencies.
Yeah, I put it in right at the very end. Yeah, the nets is basically what. Yeah, I stuck that in there. Hey, Jeff, your video isn't working as usual, just like mine wasn't for whatever.
I put another suggestion in there, Dave. I emailed it to you.
Yes, that's fine. I saw that and I replied. Please, yeah, that's great. Add anything you want, really.
Yeah.
I trust you.
Ginger chuckled.
I know you won't put anything bad or nasty in there. I'm kidding. Kind of working. You still don't have video, Jeff, you know. We're still not seeing your beautiful face.
Let me unplug it here and plug it in again.
Okay. So I'm excited about this, DJ. This is cool. Because I have a lot of doubts about banning coming through.
So the last 2 days I've been helping my wife at work. She got moved from second to fourth, so she had to change rooms and all that during all this, but she only had scheduled times to be there. And luckily I was able to go help her.
Oh, good.
It never got done.
Oh, good.
Huh.
Good to hear. There's Jeff. I've got two screens that show the same thing, more or less. I guess I'll look over on this one because it looks more natural. Like the camera's a lot closer, in fact, to me. Let me fix this up a little bit. Look, I got my car in the background. That's kind of cool. Right there. The back of my car.
Is that you standing right? Oh,
No, I'd be taking a picture,
On the
I'm sure.
motorhome.
Yeah,
Oh,
the goal, yeah,
I recognize whose motorhome it is. It's
yeah, that's, I think that's where I stayed that year.
I think it is
Was
named
with,
now.
Bruce?
no, the guy that lived in Redlands or
Rancho.
Rancho, is that where it was? Okay.
He came from Rancho Cucamonga.
Rancho
Oh,
Cucamonga.
like Bryce, or what was his name?
No.
Clay, or-
Remember we picked him up that one year on the way to Baker to Vegas.
Huh.
What's his name? Kind of talks with a speech impediment.
Yeah.
You can't think of his name?
Yeah.
I can't think of his name either.
I know-
Yeah, well, we all have
he-
terrible memories.
Yeah, he has that kind of beat up a motorhome. That the guy-
Yeah, that's his motorhome, right?
Yeah, he didn't.
There.
He didn't join up.
No, he didn't rejoin. I think I heard he was ill or something. He's having
Heard he
problems.
was what?
Having issues, having illness.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Has anybody heard anything about OUJ?
Yeah, no, I don't know. That's something
No, I've heard a thing.
somebody ought to try to find out, I guess. Because he only had one lung, you know. He had a lung removed. He had cancer.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, he told me all about all kinds of medical problems he had.
Wow.
He breathes kind of hard. He breathes, you know, it's like you could tell he's always breathing a little bit hard. And I asked him, or we were talking about it one time. He goes, "Yeah, I had a lung removed, and all these other things. I can't remember." He had, I think he had a heart attack too. I think this isn't his first, actually. I could be wrong about
just
that.
Recently, you mean?
No, well, he had one recently, I understand, but I think he had one prior. I think he had some other issues besides
Oh,
the
really?
lung. Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, hopefully he's okay. He's not too old. He's not super old like some of us.
Hi, Randy.
There's Randy.
Hey, Randy.
We don't hear you, Randy. Nope.
Howdy
There we go. Now we do.
do.
Howdy do. Prost and all. We have a half an hour of BS time. So now's your chance. I think everybody's going to be really, this will be an interesting presentation by DJ. I'm excited.
You've already skimmed through it.
Oh yeah, I skimmed through it a little bit. I didn't read everything, but I got excited right at the beginning. You told me about it a little bit, and I did. Yeah, I did read through a little bit of it. I didn't read the whole thing. I want to experience like everybody else the DJ's presentation. I did convert it to PDF, and I stuck it up on the website.
Yeah, I've already seen it. I looked on the web.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Jeff sent out an email.
Yeah.
Jeff's.
I sent out an email. I don't know, Jeff. Did you forward that? I guess you did, right?
What's that?
My email about the website change, adding DJ's presentation to the website.
This isn't ringing a bell.
Okay, well, I think I sent you the email. I sent it to you, and I copied DJ. So you don't have to do it now, but just so that they have it, to reference. After the, that's the main reason. After the party, after the meeting, after the party.
Was that just this afternoon, Dave?
Yeah, I just sent it. I sent it right before I sent the something else. Meeting thing.
Uh,
Let me look. Let me see. Maybe I'm
And
wrong.
also,
Meeting doc.
Okay, now I got
No,
out
not
of
that one. Not that
oh,
one.
yeah, I've got it.
Please forward to club.
Oh, sent to the club. Okay.
Yeah, DJ's presentation is what it's called.
Okay.
And it basically just points you to the right page. Oh, hey, how's it going? Okay, we got SOI, and I can never remember your call. He changed his call sign. I cannot. It's terrible.
EJM, yeah.
EJM. That's right, Ed. All right, thanks. Thanks for joining, guys. Wow, we got 6. Not bad, not bad. I'd like to see more people on the screen. We've got full screen, all right.
How's everybody holding up in the heat?
It's not picking up the audio.
brutal today.
Yeah,
It's so weird.
I felt it.
I felt it. Yeah. I heard it was 110 in Palm Springs, they said.
That's insane.
Yeah, I just heard HR on the net. He said it was 110, or he was at 108 in his place, or 109.
Wow.
I went down to Costco in the valley. Was that Desert Hot Springs or Palm Desert, I guess? And it was hot out there, but Costco is nice inside, so I didn't really notice it. But when I got back here about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I went for a walk, taking water with me and stuff. But boy, when I got back, I could feel it.
Yeah, that's too late to be outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was at work about 2 o'clock was when it kicked in, and I went, and we had coolers going, and I had a hard time. I called it a day.
Yeah, well, you work in kind of a hotter place anyway, right?
Beautiful downtown San Bernardino,
San Bernardino.
Oh, it was the same.
the resort,
It's a little bit warmer
Summer.
generally.
the last resort.
The last resort.
The last resort. San Bernardino. I've never heard that one, but they should adopt it if they haven't already.
thank you.
All right. I'm streaming. I'm recording on Zoom. I think. I hope. Doesn't really matter. We're definitely live on Zoom and live on YouTube. Just in case. Let's see.
Oh my!
I had to bring up the agenda, I suppose. Jeff, you didn't really send it to me, but that's okay. We'll just go as it. We'll just see how it goes. We'll just go as it goes.
I forgot to pick up some green spray paint. I have that hunk of cardboard. I was going to spray it green and put it up behind me and see if that would work for the virtual backgrounds.
Oh, okay. Yeah, make your own green background.
Yeah, I was going to make my own green screen.
Green screen.
I wasn't sure what shade though.
Yeah, I think it just has to be close. They sell those, by the way.
I guess it would be a light green.
I didn't really. It didn't really occur to me that I needed one since it works without it. I'm like, okay, just as long as
Yeah,
it's not
yours
too
is.
bright behind me. If I turn
It
on the
must
light,
be. It must be the video card or the graphics board or something.
yeah, I have. It's a fairly modern computer, and it's kind of gaming. I don't know. It's actually not. I didn't buy it for gaming. I bought it more for other stuff. But it's got a lot of cores, and it's got an NVIDIA card, so it runs pretty good.
Yeah, I have a NVIDIA card in this one, but it's for 3D modeling.
Oh, okay. So you have one of the business ones?
Huh?
Expensive, the ones
Oh,
for AutoCAD and stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for SolidWorks and Inventor.
Yeah. I can't think what they call those, but yeah.
They were
yeah,
real proud of it.
They're like 3 times more expensive than
Yeah,
There should be.
it's a NVIDIA Quattro Pro.
Yeah, Quattro. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, one of my customers was a architect for planning for cities and actually malls and stuff. He worked with the various agencies, the various utilities, and had all these pre-created plans. Everything was with AutoCAD. Everything was AutoCAD.
Yeah, I have a Inventor here that is the 3D modeling program of AutoCAD.
Oh, okay.
Then SolidWorks and
Cool.
something else. Well, Mastercam and stuff like that for machining. But
Oh yeah. Oh, neat. Yeah, I'm playing with 3D printing. I'm kind of enjoying that. I'm enjoying it because I can think up things in my head and I can make it.
yeah, there's
It's just like what?
there's a free program out for that that they're using for. I'm trying to think of the name of it.
You're talking about.
I'll have to come up with it, but I was reading about it, and it's free, and they're using it for 3D printing.
Yeah, there's actually what I use is something called what is it called? Tinker. It is actually owned Tinkercad. It's actually owned by Autodesk, and it's a website. And you go there and you can create your own things using their incredibly simple engine, and then make a STL file which I can import into Cura, and then I can create a 3D print sequence from Cura, and then just stick it in the printer and it prints it. It's pretty cool. It was neat just learning the whole process, because I've never really been into the mechanical side of engineering at all. It's neat. I've built some cool stuff.
I have made some junk in the past that actually worked.
Yeah. I make things
that's kind of what they pay me to do.
Sometimes they're almost useful. I mean,
Yeah. I did have a pile of stuff that didn't work, but that don't happen often. Often.
One of the first things I started making were coasters. This is a coaster I built.
Ah.
I put cork in the bottom. They can't see the cork. There you
Oh, here.
go. And yeah, I put beer here. And
This is the one that you made.
yeah, I made one for Jeff too. Oh, and I made the that thing for. That's right. I gave that to DJ.
Oh, that's cool.
His media holder. Uses the same filament, in fact, for that. Same color.
Yes.
I have some other stuff here. I built pie cases. I've got a Raspberry Pi. Oh, what did I do with that thing? I don't know. I moved it. Yes, I printed another one of those that I gave to DJ. This one's in kind of a gold.
Ah.
Yeah, can't really see it real well because of this thing.
Is it hollow or is
Yeah,
it
it's about
solid?
20% infill.
Okay.
So it's semi-solid inside. I could make it 100%. It would be a lot heavier. It'd also take a lot longer to print, like 3 times longer to print.
Oh yeah.
But
I forgot about taking pictures on Jazz's stuff.
oh, okay. That's all right. We'll put it out. We'll put it out in emails when we get the pictures. You don't know even approximately what's in there, Jeff? He give you a
Well,
list.
that clear speech thing was the main
Oh, that's
thing
right.
I noticed. Yeah.
Okay, and that's probably what the most expensive thing, huh?
Yeah.
It's just
The
a lot
rest
of
of it was,
accessories that he had laying around, basically.
Yeah. Actually, I could bring those 2 boxes in.
Oh, there you go. You can show them on the camera.
There you go.
There you go. Bring the stuff in. I like it.
I was in here.
Hey, what's happening, guys?
Hey, who showed up?
Howdy ho. I'll be right back.
I see Mike. I see Flip.
How you doing, dudes?
How you doing, Flip? You sound like an echo chamber.
Yeah, I know. It's my, I don't know what the heck it is.
Sound like you're in a cave.
I know.
Are you spelunking?
I don't know why it's doing that. Let me try this. Is this better?
Yeah, that is better actually.
Okay. Too much to audio.
Yeah, that sounds. It's still a little bit in there, but it's much clearer.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about as good as I can get it.
Okay, that's fine. That's better.
How you guys been?
Pretty good. How about you?
Same old, different day.
Okay. Good. Well, let's see. We still got 15 minutes of pre-show.
There you go.
I'd get coffee or something right now, only I don't think that's a good idea. I don't like drinking real coffee late at night. I don't have any decaf.
Dave, it's called OpenSCAD.
I don't have
OpenSCAD.
OpenSCAD? OpenSCAD.
OpenCAD.
Oh, really? OpenCAD. Okay. I haven't heard of that one. There's
I didn't either,
Oh,
but it's supposed to be free.
There's an Autodesk thing you can get for free. Autodesk Fusion. Have you heard of that?
What was it?
Autodesk Fusion.
Oh, yeah.
360?
360?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can sign up and get that for free. I actually have that on my computer.
Yeah, it tends to get limited. Well, it depends on what you're going to do.
Okay, because I haven't actually tried it much. I
Yeah.
think I opened it once since I installed it.
And sometimes they let you, if you tell them you're a student, you can download the program for free. But the trouble is that saving files,
Uh-huh.
they're stamped with a student thing. So,
Oh, is that the caveat?
yeah.
I don't know. I think I watched somebody's video about 3D printing, and they mentioned you can get it for free if you tell them. I don't think it was student. You tell them it's only used for personal use or something, and you can get it for free. I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of these programs will let you play with them for free because they want you to,
They want you to buy them.
yeah,
They want you to buy
end
the
up
whole
buying-
suite. Usually, that's what you end up having to do anyway.
They get extremely expensive. Trust
Oh,
me.
absolutely. I know. No, I thought Adobe was expensive,
Oh,
but it is expensive. I mean, it's like $600-800 a year for
see
their,
that little dingle there?
yeah.
That you're looking at about 12 grand.
Yeah, and then I know that Autodesk is like $3,900 or something.
That's
That's-
that's the Mastercam chip for 3D machining.
Oh, okay,
They get real proud of them.
nice.
Yeah, it's getting kind of interesting stuff now. I'm starting to do some work with Adobe Connect and for the VA, and start doing some online training and being the producer for it. So I'm going to learn a lot about Adobe Connect right now, but it's not cheap either, but I'm not paying for it either.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Nothing Adobe is cheap.
It is cheap, really?
No, nothing Adobe is cheap.
Oh yeah, I know.
Back in
That's
the
true.
day when I bought, I don't know, like Photoshop 5, and I started learning Photoshop, and I got pretty good at it. And
Yeah.
they kept upgrading and I upgraded once, and then, they wanted me to go to their cloud service, and for a couple years I was on their photography only. It's like $9 a month.
Yeah.
All you get is Photoshop.
Well, all of these programs
Yeah, I know.
now, if you buy new, you can't buy. You got to rent,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's 5 or 10 grand a year
Yeah, I know. It's all rent. It's all
every year.
businesses pay a lot more than if you were an independent, or usually you get a better deal if you're a one-man band or whatever. If you're a business, they just screw you over left and right.
Well, the cheapest way is to say college student.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Sometimes they require you have a .edu email address or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, AutoCAD was free for years
Yeah.
Yeah,
until it wasn't. Until everybody was using it.
yeah.
And then
Kind of like what was it, Apple or whatever? When
I
there's-
remember AutoCAD for DOS.
Yes.
I worked on a Novell network back in the 90s that was running AutoCAD.
Yeah, much like those great folks over at Apple were handing out computers to all the college.
Yeah. Yep.
Hey, Dave,
Good
when
stuff
you're
here.
controlling this, when someone speaks, does it automatically switch to everybody else's, to the person who's speaking?
It really depends on your screen because you can
Uh-huh.
switch it either way. If you go to the upper right hand corner, just mouse over it. You've
Yeah.
got speaker view, or you have gallery view.
Oh, I see.
So if you click on gallery view, it just
Yeah.
switches back and forth.
Oh, I
If you
see.
click on
Okay.
gallery view, you'll see everybody. If you click
I
on
gotcha.
speaker view, you'll see the person that's actively talking.
Oh, okay.
So what I have to do is like and unfortunately it doesn't. I don't like it because in a way because you can't, as far as I can tell, you can't lock it in on a single person. So like DJ might be giving a presentation and somebody might say something and it might flip to the other person. I'm not sure about that actually. I think we'll be okay once we start screen sharing. I think it knows
Yeah.
to stick with it. I just don't know if I like automatically switching. So I always keep it on gallery view.
Yeah.
Everybody's up there.
Nobody can hide.
Nobody can hide.
Pete,
No, you could hide. You can always say, "Oh, excuse me, I blocked my camera."
you watch yourself. You virtually disappeared. Dave.
Virtually disappeared.
You know, we
Like
can do
Invisible
on,
Man. Whoops.
Dave, what we can do with all this stuff here.
What do you got?
When
Oh,
DJ has his program,
uh-huh.
after the program, probably a good time for me to do it because then I wouldn't have to be taking notes
Okay.
and I can try to show the stuff here.
Yeah, whatever's good for you, Jeff. That's fine.
Yeah.
Fit it in there wherever you want. We may have kind of a short first part, and then the break, and then I don't know. We'll see how that goes.
Got a nice clock here.
We'll have a lot of people asking questions.
24-hour clock.
You got a
that's
clock?
nice.
Oh, look at that. Wow.
Yeah.
That is
MFJ.
nice. An MFJ analog clock.
Yeah.
Wow. Let's put that in the EOC, Jeff.
Got this, Signal Link. You guys can see it good.
Yeah, that's just like the one I've got.
Yeah.
20 meters was open this afternoon from about 2:30 all the way up to 5:30 or 6. Worked an
Wow.
IK0 in Rome. Talked to him for about 7 minutes. Got a 5.8 report.
Wow.
Was that
Which
single
is-
sideband or CW?
Single sideband.
He talked to him.
I
Wow.
talked to him and yeah, right. I actually talked to him. But the band was open, running about 500 watts peak, and band was really nice. 5.8. That's pretty good. I was pleased. I was pleased with a 5.8.
That is pretty good, especially all the way that far.
All the way
Was
that
it-
far is over 6,000 miles
Yeah,
with that little
because-
tiny antenna. Come on.
For some
It's
reason,
crazy.
I could barefoot. I could go 6,000 miles as long as it's towards Brazil.
Yeah.
If you're going that way, if you're going to Europe, it's really hard for some reason.
Was
Yeah.
it the Pope by any chance?
Yeah.
Yeah, he told me his Pope name, but I forgot it. Yeah.
Hey, Mike, that window behind you is really kind of wiping you out. That sunlight?
Is that better?
Yeah, it's better. Yeah.
I can close it.
Yeah, you might want to close the shade.
Well, it's interesting. The masks are
Yeah, there's-
coming off everywhere now. The masks are off at Home Depot. They're off at Albertsons. They're off
Yeah.
at
I didn't even notice.
Not at
Yeah.
Costco, though.
Well, I guess
Costco, you still have to wear them.
Costco. You still have to wear them.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have Peter.
I had stopped at an electrical supply shop today, and you could had to call them, and it was on wheel call. They would bring it out to you.
Oh, really? They're still
Ah.
doing that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
it was
Therese,
crazy.
Therese and Pete and Ron have joined us, and I don't think Pete, his video went in and out, and Ron's video isn't there either.
There's two Pete's.
There we
My
go.
video.
Two piece.
Yeah, I
Two
got
Pete's. Look, we got Pete
Two
twice.
Pete's.
How did Pete get on
Stereo.
twice? Is that
You
allowed?
got me twice?
Yeah, I've got
Yeah.
you
Yeah, we got
twice.
two
That's
Pete's.
pretty funny.
We have Pete and repeat.
Let me see. Maybe I can kick one of them out. Can I do that?
Hey, Ron.
There's
do.
a slight delay on one, Pete.
How you doing, Pete?
I think I'll.
I
I don't know which one's
Stereo
which.
Pete.
I'll kick the Pete without audio is the one I'll kick out.
What do you call that? A poltergeist? Or what is that?
Removing Pete without audio.
Pete's just
Okay.
multitasking.
Okay, now the Pete with audio is still there. Can you talk to me, Pete?
Yes. Can
All
you hear?
right, it works.
Hey,
Okay.
he's there.
We have a single Pete, and we don't have a Pete clone. The Pete clone has disappeared.
I thought that was stereo Pete.
Yeah, it was kind of like stereo Pete.
My Zoom is really acting strange.
We probably just clicked it twice, knowing Windows.
No, I mean, I can't even see anyone anymore.
Are you on Windows or are you on a Mac or something?
Oh, well, you know I'm a Mac user.
I do know that. I forgot. You called me one time and you had a Windows system that somebody sold you that had a
Oh, yeah, I
pirated
do have
version.
that. Yeah.
Pirated version of Windows. And you were upset because it wouldn't update to Windows 10.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
Windows 7 Enterprise or something.
Yep.
So I remember people by their computers.
Makes sense to me.
Not really. That's not true either, because there are countless customers I have here in Sun Lakes that I'll go to visit them and I have no clue what I'm walking into. Oh yeah, they have a Mac. Oh yeah.
What's that?
Oh, well.
Oh,
Hey, we're almost there. So we got 5 minutes.
no, come here.
5 minutes. Where's the rest of the gang?
Take that knob right where the green light is. The third from the right. Third from the right. That one. Turn it down to the left. There you go. I know. I didn't turn it
He had
down.
his radio up. Is that what it was?
Huh? Yeah. Yeah.
Is that like a remote control? Is that like what do they call that? A remote HF rig, where you have your wife turn it down?
She's, you think that's funny? Let me tell you. She just walked in with her nightgown
I
on.
know,
And
and
she
we got to
says,
see it.
I was on camera and you didn't tell me that.
I've got it on screenshot.
Yeah.
Oh, it was your wife? I thought that was Siri.
That was Alexis.
That
Yeah.
was Alexa. Now we know what she looks like.
Yeah. I'm in trouble when we're done here, guys.
There's Larry.
Hey,
He's
good
in a vortex.
evening.
Hey, Larry.
How you doing over there?
Good. I like your improved audio. You sound better.
Well, I just moved it into my put the
Okay.
iPad on a desk.
The other day you were just so loud and we heard everything that was happening within a mile.
Yeah, I moved out of the TV room.
Something. Yeah. Okay. Good. Well, you sound good. You look good too.
That's
Well, I need a
background.
haircut. Let's put it that way.
Well, so do I, but that's what the cap's for.
Yeah.
You can still see it because it's coming out the sides.
Yeah, I'm the walking Q-tip. So
No comment.
2 minutes and counting. Oh, let's see. Do I have the actual?
Hey, Larry.
Hey, how you doing, Rod? Good to see you.
Good to see you, Mike.
It's never actually.
See
came
you.
out. That was weird.
Peach back, maybe.
Hey, one of these days we might get our rec center open over here, and we'll have our dances over here, Rod.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, there we go. Oh, it opened twice. Oh, thank you. There we go.
Dave, am I on there twice? It's
Nope.
Pete.
Just once.
I kicked the alternate Pete off.
Okay.
So
It
you're-
forced
you're-
me to leave and update my Zoom account.
Oh,
So
okay.
I had to
Your Zoom
reload.
software had to be updated.
Yes.
I know they had a lot of problems with Apple.
You're just picking on me.
No, I'm just telling you, Zoom, like they spied on people, probably unintentionally. I don't know,
And
but
they
mostly
couldn't
Apple
do it with
users. I don't remember exactly what the details were, but it was pretty egregious.
11 people so far, huh?
Yeah, not bad.
We had
Jeff?
19. We had 19 last time.
Did we? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Hello. Are we,
What's there-
are we still using the signaling when you want to say something?
We haven't actually started the meeting, but I suppose.
Oh, okay. Hey, Jeff, the email you sent out, has a password, and I don't think I plugged it in to use it. Just went straight to what it was supposed to. Is that effective? Does it work?
Yeah, if you don't come in on the link, that's how you enter.
Yeah, the link actually has a password built in.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So
okay.
you shouldn't have to enter the password.
Got it. That's true. That worked.
Okay. The password is there though. There is a password. Otherwise, anybody could get in there. Don't forward it to like the world or anything. That would be very unkind to us.
Yeah.
Don't put it up on any bulletin boards or whatever they don't call them that anymore. Chat rooms.
You don't want to put it on Craigslist?
Craigslist. That's not. I'm not hip enough to know all the different places that the younger people go. It's not
Craigslist.
It's not Craigslist. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
It's like or Facebook.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, hey, it's 7:00 or 1900 hours. So, hello everyone, and welcome to the SPARC monthly meeting. Thanks for showing up. I know there'll probably be people coming in. Hopefully, more people will come in. But whoever we have here, that's great. We've got some kind of exciting news that'll come later from DJ about our options for field day. And we'll start, I guess, with seeing what we got here so far. We have 11 participants. So starting out, we have 11, Jeff.
Yeah.
Gee, so we aren't going to do a Pledge of Allegiance. I think we're just going to skip that because it turned out to be kind of a mess. We could do. I could play like the Star Spangled Banner or something if you want.
Go out in my yard and bring a flag in.
I gotta get a ladder. I'll get mine.
Here, I've got one right here.
I just don't think. I don't think it works trying to do it together. So
Maybe one person.
Yeah. Select one person.
is there somebody that wouldn't want to volunteer?
Yeah, Flip.
Flips. Was it your idea, Flip?
Well, I said a long time ago.
You volunteered.
I said a long time ago. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And I salute as ex-military.
You know, that worked great because everybody was nice and quiet. We weren't projecting, because that would have been a disaster. Okay.
Anyway, thanks.
Nice. Thank you, Flip.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, if everybody muted and then and followed along, it wouldn't screw up everything.
That's true. But I did actually hear a lot of people's voices. But this
Yeah,
time it
it was
worked.
good.
Somehow it worked this time. I think it's the third try. It actually worked. So,
I was just lip syncing. I'm sure that helped.
yes.
Yeah, right. There you go. Perfect.
It does. Okay, so Flip led us to the pledge. That's great, Jeff. You just writing the minutes as we go, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So how about the minutes? Or I guess it's your turn, Jeff. Go ahead. Talk about the minutes.
Well, I was going to say, how about introducing our new
Okay, so we had a board meeting. When was that? Day before yesterday?
Thursday. Or Thursday? Wednesday? I don't know. Tuesday?
It was either Wednesday or Tuesday.
Yeah.
That's how good my
Tuesday.
brain is.
It was
Anyway,
Tuesday.
we had a board meeting, and Therese was the only volunteer to be a vice president. So she's vice president, and I love it because Therese is not just a new ham, but somebody who's really, really embraced the hobby, and she's already an extra. She's done a lot of research. She knows a lot of stuff. So thank you so much, Therese, for volunteering. We appreciate that.
Here, here.
You're here.
Here,
Here. Here, here.
And
Thank,
so the board.
thank you all for the opportunity. And,
Congratulations.
Go ahead, Therese.
thank you all for the opportunity. SPARC's been around for a little longer than I have been, so this is like really cool. It's an honor. And everybody find me to talk about anything, and certainly lend a hand when you see it's needed, because I am really that new, and I'm in awe of all the experience here.
This will be good experience for you. This will be great. So we appreciate it. And so let's see. We'll move on. So we got the pledge. We did the Jeff. Go ahead.
Minutes
Everybody see the minutes in April?
for April.
For April.
Please say
Is
yes.
there anybody that disliked or thought there's something wrong with the minutes?
That's impossible. There couldn't be anything wrong with them.
I don't think
Of
there
course
is.
not with
I really
Jeff.
don't. Okay, so let's make a motion to accept the minutes. I don't know.
I move that we accept the minutes.
Thank you.
Second.
I motion.
You seconded or whatever? Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Everybody approve? Yes.
Aye.
Anybody disapprove? No. Okay. We're good. Jeff, thank you.
Uh-huh.
How about Mike? You got the treasury report?
Yeah, we have,
I'll put you full screen. Hold on. Okay, go ahead, Mike.
we have $5,766.78.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
Going up.
That's great. Okay. Thank you, Mike.
Is the membership for the year closed now, Mike?
What we normally do is we offer a reduced membership when we get to a certain point.
Yeah, July 1st, yeah.
We might do that early this year. I don't know, just because of the situation. Don't see any reason why we shouldn't. But
You don't
no,
want to
we
be
accept
like
members,
companies.
obviously any time of the year, and we usually give them some kind of a discount if it's past July, like half price.
Yeah.
That's normally the way it works.
How many members do we have now?
Good question. Jeff?
How many members? I'll have to add it up.
How about Mike? Do you know that?
Probably about 60.
Mike should know
I
that.
think it was somewhere in the range of 57 to 60.
Wow,
Okay.
that's great.
That's not bad.
That's not bad at all. Okay. Well, I don't know if you guys noticed. If you go to Facebook and the SPARC group on Facebook, I posted, I think it was 2018, but I posted a news clipping I found from the Palm Springs Sun. I think it was the newspaper, and they had two pictures in that paper, and they was talking about the club, about the SPARC, the San Antonio Pass Amateur Radio Club. And I don't know when it's from, but it was a long time ago. The car is hilarious. The club has been around a very long time. One of our members, Ron, MSS, who is he's a very elderly man now, is basically made him the, Jeff, what do you call it? The first permanent club member.
Yeah.
Some years ago. And
Oh, emeritus?
yeah, club. Yeah, that's a good word. I don't even know what it means, but that's a good word. Yes,
Well, Greek to me.
he's a club old timer. Let's just put it that way. He's a great guy. In fact, one time, personally, I have a story. I think it was probably 2015, something like that. Went to a club breakfast in Cal Mesa, and Ron and I started talking, and everybody else just noticed. It was like all of a sudden I noticed that we were the only two there. We had continued talking for like an hour after the club breakfast was over. He was just the neatest guy, or is the neatest guy. Hopefully he's still alive. We don't really know for sure, but anyway, does anybody keep up with Ron? By the way, I know Steve. I think Steve does, and he's not here, so I don't know what's with it. It's kind of.
I talked to him a while back. He's doing okay.
Yeah, because I had heard some reports. I think it was from Steve that he was still there. Somebody had said that he had moved, or tried to tell us he had moved or something, and he's still there. He's up in Cherry Valley.
Yeah, he's still
got
there.
Almost like a ranch style house. We used to always have parties there. We used to have our ice cream social every year at Ron's house.
I drive by his house fairly regularly.
Yeah.
And all his antennas are up, so I don't think he's moved.
I don't think he's moved. That's
No.
for sure. His wife passed away about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He was just a block away from Ron.
Yes.
Rod, I mean.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
So if you do have time, when you go to Facebook, you might scroll down the link. It's very long way down the thread for the SPARC, and you'll find that post. And actually, I could bring it up on here, I suppose. But anyway, it's interesting because Steve, who's not here now, made a comment about the post because there was a picture of the guy sitting in the trunk of his car operating his radio, which is absolutely crazy. And then there was another picture of like just a bunch of the club members kind of standing around. And Steve, he goes, Higby, you know, what is terrible. I can't remember his call sign either.
AJ6LN.
We gotta get on in the air more often. AJ6LN. Steve goes and goes on and on about how he knows most of the people in this picture. So Steve has a long history with the club as well. So anyway, I'm going to do more club history research, just because I think it's fascinating, and I thought I'd mention that. Right
Was
now.
that the one day that had the picture of somebody in the trunk?
Yeah,
operating
with the radio gear was in the trunk, and the antenna was in the picture as well.
Here.
It's a crazy picture. Yeah, that's the picture.
See the picture?
Yeah.
Where did you get that copy of it? Is that just one you printed?
I don't know where I got it, but I've got it.
That actually looks better than the newspaper article.
And let's see. Then there's another one here.
Hey, Dave, Steve's trying to get in, and he's having trouble getting in. He says the link won't work for him.
Oh, shoot. Is he on the radio?
He's texting me.
He's texting you? I wish I could help him like I can help Jeff.
Yeah, here's.
Is he on a piece? Does he know? Is he on a? He's on a notebook or something.
It says the host has another meeting in progress.
He's clicked on the wrong link.
Okay.
Let me send him another link. Hold on.
Okay.
I could never be a dentist because you have to be able to. God. Anyway, this is a picture of the group.
Yeah, that's the one that I'm talking about. That Steve knew a lot of the people. Here, I sent Steve another link. Okay.
Hey, Larry, in that picture, you look like a teenager.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, with my reading glasses on and long hair and all that stuff. I'm sitting here reading the DX catalog while I'm listening to you guys.
Larry spends a lot of time on the Killer Peak because every time not every time, but a lot of the time I'll listen to Judy or something and I'll hey, look, Larry's in there.
Well, yeah, I joined Judy and then I'll join the Red Eye one at 10 o'clock, but that usually puts me to sleep.
Yeah, well, I'm usually in bed already by 10 o'clock. So I totally understand that. Okay.
Oh, John, eating.
I don't know if everybody's ever, if you guys can listen to Keller Peak, it's kind of interesting. They have quite a few nets on that repeater, so it's worth listening if you haven't ever experienced it. They have a net for off-road vehicles, off-road net, right, Larry? Something like that.
Well, it's the outdoor adventure net.
Outdoor adventure net. That's what they call it now.
Thursday night, starting at I think 7:30 from
looking to see if anybody
gourmet cooking to off-road to guns, you name it.
Was that from Jeff's radio?
No, that's DJ was calling out for anybody.
I know. I'm just kind of curious who received that because I have my radio off.
I've got my radio on here too.
Oh, it's probably your radio. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Oh, there he is.
Hey, Steve got in. Did my link help you?
I found the correct one. There were two of them.
You got the wrong one. Okay.
Yeah, I got the right one.
Good. That's what I figured it was. Excellent. Thanks, Steve. In fact, we're just talking about club history. Do you remember that post I put on Facebook? And then you replied with, Jeff, show him the picture.
Oh, I just took them off.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, we were just talking a little bit about club history. I read articles that I did not clip that I thought were interesting, and I'm going to find them again, even if I have to pay for the newspaper.com or whatever. But it's like they were doing a charity for the club, and it was a fish fry. So I don't know how long ago this was, but they went to Gold over there by Goldwater? That's not right.
Goldstone?
No.
Whitewater?
Whitewater. Over there
Oh.
by Whitewater Park, I guess they had a lake, or there was a fish. There was a
There was
fishery
fish-
or something.
There's a fish hatchery that was there.
There was a fish
And
hatchery
now
there.
it's a nature preserve now.
Right,
I don't
now it's a
know
nature
quite
preserve.
what it is.
So the club used to go over there and actually make money by selling fish.
That's
like
news
for-
to me.
You know, yeah, okay. I'll find the article again. They called it the fish fry, and they
Well,
sponsored it.
It could have dated from the early days of the club,
This is a long time ago. It was in a
pre-transistor days.
yeah, it was a long time ago. The
They
club's
probably
been
just
around a
hooked
long
up-
time.
They probably just hooked up their amplifier.
I also have
and cooked the fish.
I have a box of stuff that somebody gave me and said, "Now you're president, you get this," and it's like it's got a lot of stuff that I haven't gone through, so I'm going to look at that too and see if there's history in there I can glean, because I'm just kind of curious about club history. Anyway, I just thought I'd mention that. We are going to move along now. VE testing. Pete, tell us about VE testing.
Okay, I've been talking to ARRL and of course the board here, and we are going to have our VE testing on July 25th as scheduled.
Good.
It will require both VEs and candidates to have masks and gloves on.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be a pain in the neck, but that's what we're doing. And all the paperwork will be handled by way of computer in PDF form. So we're going to minimize the handling of anything. And when we send the paperwork into the ARRL, it will be transmitted by computer. They don't want paper.
Right. So in other words, we're going to have them fill out all of the forms.
Yes.
And
And
but
PDF
we're
is
actually going to
better.
take the forms, scan them, and send them to the ARRL. And
Yeah.
then the forms themselves, I guess, will just go into Pete's folder or something.
Yes.
And it'll be marked, possibly affected, and stuck in Pete's folder.
Possibly infected.
And we'll use gloves. What kind of gloves do they call that? Pete?
Nitrile.
Nitro gloves we're required to use.
Nitrile.
Required to have the
You can
Use
either wear
test-
nitrile or latex, but a lot
the-
of people are.
yeah, latex without
allergic.
powder. Yeah.
And we'll all have to wear aqua lung tanks.
Aquila. And we can handle one candidate per table at the modular C room that we go to. So that means 4 candidates at a time.
They all have to be scheduled.
They'll have to be scheduled,
be-
no walk-ins.
So
Yeah.
basically, there's no walk-ins anymore.
Right.
Right.
So I'm waiting for the phone calls to start.
Okay. And
cool.
I believe DJ, did you you got our club listed now as an ARRL club? Is he still there?
Can't hear you.
Oh, he's muted, I think. You're muted, DJ.
Can't hear
I
you.
don't know why. Here, I fixed it, I think. Nope. Still can't hear you. Sorry. Oh, no. Still can't hear you. Oh, well. Anyway, DJ told me we're going to have to fix it. We're going to have to fix it. So we're all set up again and showing as a ARRL club. And the thing we have to do is every year we have to up that. And so I guess I'll put it on my calendar. And so will DJ, just in case I forget. There's Tina. Hello, Tina and Hans. Hey, Tina.
Can't hear
We
Tina.
can't hear Tina, though. We see her.
It must be muted.
I actually helped her with her computer the other day, and I fixed her audio, and I can't remember, or maybe she didn't have a microphone. Oh no, that's right. Her she's got kind of an old camera, and her microphone wasn't working quite right until we ran the right software.
Hans is on the job now.
So I don't know if that's gonna her sound's gonna ever work. It was weird. Yeah, it's not muted. You're not muted, Tina. I'm sorry. Anyway, we're having some technical difficulties. What can you do?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Oh,
I hear
there
you,
he
I hear you,
is.
DJ. Thank goodness.
Yeah, we're back. We're back on the website and we're updated.
Yeah, excellent. And DJ is kind of our ARRL liaison.
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 I like that.
Liaison. That's a French word. DJ is our man with the ARRL. So he sends in all of our club reports for field day and stuff. So that's how he managed to get that job. Thanks, DJ, for that, by the way.
No problem. It was actually really easy. I just had to change the board members, and it was done.
Okay, so you just had to update it every year. That's basically all we had to do. Okay, excellent. Okay, and then Bill, is Bill here? No.
Well, we're going to director at large DJ.
That's right. We have to do DJ first anyway. Okay. All right, go ahead, DJ. I guess I'm going to make you bigger.
Do you want me to run the program now, or?
No, we just want you to talk about, I don't know. Do you have
director at large?
Just whatever's going on. I guess you pretty much did with that.
Yeah, just say something so I can type it down.
Is there anything else that we've been working on that escapes my mind right now, DJ? Come on. Help me. Okay.
Our program tonight will be about field day. I can tell you that.
We're going to talk a lot about field day. And fortunately, they have an alternative plan with the ARRL, which is kind of neat. And so I'm kind of excited about that. Because I don't really think we're going to get the park.
We're going to try.
But we're going to try. And we unfortunately kind of lost our contact, Steve, right?
Yes, we did. She retired.
So unfortunately, she wasn't nice enough to call you and say, now your contact is this person. Or was she?
Well, the last time we did this, that person was very cooperative and not a problem.
Okay. So you do have a contact over there now?
No, I don't even remember the person's name.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we have to reestablish that if we can. Yeah. Because they were giving us the park for free, and I don't think that's a normal thing, right?
Well, it isn't the normal thing, but they give us that because it's considered disaster prep.
Right.
Because we get an event number from Riverside.
Right.
EMD.
Right. Excellent.
And we do have club insurance. That's a requirement.
Right.
They want to see a copy of the
insurance,
the policy or whatever. Yeah.
And then the only other expense to us really is we usually rent a Pat's
porta potty. Yep. I talked with Cindy at Pat's Spots. $95.
$95.
They drop it off on Wednesday and pick it up the next Wednesday.
Don't they have bathroom facilities over there?
They do.
But they're kind of a long walk. Is that true?
I don't. No, I think it's in that building.
It's in the building right in the center.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not really that long of a walk.
And that would be preferable.
Well, I think last year at one point something happened and we actually sent off an alarm or something. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
So I think we need to make sure we have the outhouse just in case.
That was a couple years ago. That was Bob Harris's
Yeah, that was a couple years ago. Yeah.
That's referred to as a honeypot.
Honeypot.
Yeah.
Most people call them outhouses. Well, I like Pat's Pots. I think that's funny. That's the brand name. So, hey, Hans, can you hear me? I don't think they can hear me anyway. I might try to explain to them how to fix it if he could hear me. They're not hearing us either.
I saw a little thing coming up said connecting to audio on their screen.
Yeah, I saw that too. And it's not muted, so I don't know why it's not working. Oh well. I thought I'd help them to get it working, and then it failed. I feel bad. So let's see, where are we on here? Emergency races, net control. Bill isn't here. Bill's done a great job of keeping us up to date on the net control schedule, and so we always appreciate that. And I don't think we really have anything. One of the things that we're going to talk about here when we get to old business is we're going to make some adjustments, minor adjustments to the nets, and that'll include going to a simplex on 440 again, and then having an alternate frequency that would be a repeater, and we'll try to do that with 220 as well. That's the plan eventually, And just like we do with 2 meters, where we have simplex and we also have a repeater, we want to have that for all 3 UHF, VHF bands. And so that's the only change we're really going to make. We'll include in, as far as, I'm just going to go through this right now. What we'll include as far as what we're doing to cover everybody is we're going to change the actual script, and it's going to include the control operator designating somebody. I might say, if I'm net control, I'd say, hey Jeff, please check the repeater and see if there's anybody on the repeater that wants to check in. And we'll go through that when we're not, every day we're not on the repeater. So we'll cover the repeater for check-ins, basically. And that's basically the only changes we're going to make right now. But we're always flexible, and we can roll with the punches. So we want to make changes as they're necessary. But I think we need, at this point, I don't like the fact we're using a repeater exclusively for 440, and that's the first thing we're going to fix. And then we'll move on from there. But it's going to be incremental changes. So you'll see them as they happen. And so now, is there, I guess, poor Steve, he's also racies, aren't you, Steve? Or are you?
Yes, still am, yeah.
And tell me about racies. Is there anything going on with that?
There's, as far as I know, there's not a whole lot going on. I checked into those courses on active shooter and so on that Ray had sent out through Jeff. And they are not free, and you got to go down. I think they're down in L.A. Type of thing. So I figured out, heck with that. I don't know of any other courses that are being done.
So you have to pay, huh?
Yeah.
They don't show you how to shoot back. I'm not sure it's worth it. Just kidding. Okay. Excellent. Okay, and then. How about Mike? You're the Aries guy now, right? Any news on that?
Yeah. Coming on Saturday, Aries is going to run a drill in support of the Red Cross.
Okay.
And at 8 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to run a net on Little Sanjit like I normally do on Tuesdays. So anybody that wants to can check in and let us know about your availability if we were to ask you. The whole scenario is just to try to say if you were able to help out at a shelter and help radio communications at a Red Cross shelter.
Okay, gotcha. Is Ray involved with that too?
I don't know if he is or not. I mean, he's out doing other stuff for the Red Cross.
Well, I know he's big into the Red Cross. So that's what I was wondering. Okay, Interesting. All right. Let's see, move down the list here. Emergency committee. Golly. I guess, who is that? Is that Joe?
Steve kind of got
Steve
dumped
again.
on.
Yeah, I got.
Poor Steve.
I got Shanghai.
You got
okay.
Steve
What I would like us to be doing, and need to send it out, and that is to get a type resource for everybody in the club who is interested in emergency comms. You know, what kind of equipment do you have? Portable, stationary, things of that nature. We've done it before, but it needs to be updated.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes. Everybody changes. I mean, most people don't use the same radio twice. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, what Bill MOD and I have observed at the Redlands Emergency Comms Group is that most of the members rely on an HT only. That's all they have, and batteries go bad, things like that. And if you don't get that AA battery pack when you buy the HT, you might be out of luck. And that's the way it is with the Kenwood tri-band.
That's one of the things that we always recommend is if your HT is your only radio, especially, is to have usually at least the Japanese radios for sure. You can buy an alternate battery pack that uses dry cell batteries.
And a clamshell
energizers or
clamshell,
whatever. Yeah.
Well, they're becoming at least on the that Kenwood. They're out of stock or just simply unavailable anymore. So I think it's a matter of either making up a AA battery pack, and you can buy the things that run it. You can get it will hold 8 AA's, will give you 12 volts, so you can run full 5 watts.
Right.
Or I've been thinking of making one out of PVC pipe, and you can make a sturdy one that way. And,
well, and the Kenwoods and the Yaesus, you can power them using the power plug.
Right.
Which a lot of the Chinese radios don't work that way at all.
No, they have to have a special.
Exactly, and this is the beauty of having a better radio. Actually, if you have a Kenwood and you plug in 12 volts, it'll usually give you a little more power out, because it's normally running on like 9 volts using the battery.
Yeah.
So.
Well, they're made to run off your cigarette plug.
Right. They're designed to actually work on up to 14 volts because cars sometimes kind of put out a lot of voltage.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. So. Okay. And what old business do we have? So, last month's meeting, I guess we want a little feedback. Is there anybody that has feedback on how things went last month directly? You want to talk about it?
You had a meeting last month?
You don't remember? I know, it's hard. It's actually on the internet if you're curious, YouTube. You have to go to the YouTube Live when you go to the SPARC channel. You click on live videos and you'll see all the videos because almost all of them are live videos. And, of course, the last month's meeting is up there. So if you do want to see it again, you can. If you want to relive it, it's there. Ooh, is that a cuckoo clock?
Yeah,
it's a cuckoo clock.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's not 1 o'clock though.
I like it myself as far as being having to do the secretary work. I mean, I've got everything here. I've got my screen. I can see everything. I've got the laptop. I've got this screen. I can type everything.
It's very convenient for everybody, Jeff.
Very handy.
Yes,
yeah.
It's very convenient. Working at home is a great deal if you can.
Yeah.
And clubbing at home is good too. Hey. Anyway. So, okay, I just wanted to ask, I guess if, you guys could always, if you have feedback, I really appreciate it if you send me an email or let me know. If anything's on your mind and you're curious or you want to, see something you don't like or whatever, just let me know. I'm always open to that. My email is easily found. Talk about the networks, and I kind of already did that, so I guess I'm going to say the old business is done. And then Jeff has donations from Jazz, who mysteriously decided to just leave ham radio for photography. And I guess he decided that he didn't have too many hobbies or something. But I do know he also had a pacemaker, and I think he was a little concerned about using the radio with the pacemaker. I know at one point he was. So that's possibly something to do with it. In any case, Jazz kind of bailed on us. And to benefit the club, he just gave us all this extra equipment he had laying around. He sold a lot of his gear. He sold a lot of his radio gear.
You want me to show it now?
John ended up with the antenna. He had this huge vertical antenna, which was an HF antenna, right, Jeff?
Yeah.
For up to 40 or was it just 20 meters?
I would think it would be 40. I mean, it's big.
I think it was 20 and 40 or 10, 20 and 40. I don't think it was 80.
Yeah.
But anyway.
It's 80, 40,
Wow.
80, 40, 30, 20, 15, and 10.
Wow. Okay, and John ended up with that, huh?
Yeah. Too bad John isn't here. Oh, John is here, but he's not.
He doesn't have any audio? Oh, he's muted, and all we see is corrugated wall or something.
That's his laptop. I think he shut his laptop.
His laptop is covering his camera or something.
He shut it like it's halfway shut.
Is that what it is? John, are you there? I tried to unmute his audio, but it wouldn't do it for me. Oh, well. I give up. Okay. So, let's see. Jazz's donations. And so what we're going to do is we're going to offer the club members first. And so I guess we're going to kind of go through, make our own, I don't know, email. We'll send out to the club with a list of the equipment. I'll help Jeff put this together, and we'll put in pictures.
Did you want to show that stuff now?
Yeah, let's see. Show me what you've got, Jeff. We'll give you a preview here. I'm going to go ahead and make Jeff full screen on So everybody be quiet.
See how this works. We got a 24-hour clock,
There it
MFJ.
is. 24-hour clock.
Yeah.
Excellent. Quartz.
Yeah. No battery right now, but it's in good shape. It's not scratched up. It looks like it's brand new.
I'll bet you can't buy
I
that
got
anymore.
voice-
I just have a feeling.
Of course, nobody cares.
Uh,
Would you check outside? I think
Flip
they
is
brought my
making a lot of
camera.
noise. We have to mute Flip's audio. Okay, go ahead.
this, I've got a picture of this too, if I can
Sure.
get it on here. It's a Heathkit antenna tuner. I mean, this is old model SA 2040.
Okay. Nice.
You guys can see that.
Wow, that thing is kind of ancient.
And I do have the picture on here.
So it's a mechanical or a manual tuner.
Yeah.
Is probably good for power too, huh?
Yeah.
Looks like a big one.
Got a bunch of, you guys know what these are. They're
Cables. Yes,
assorted
they're
cables.
like miniature feed lines, yeah.
With connections.
For hooking things together.
We have a signal link.
Yeah, I got one just like that. Now, do you know which cable it has? Did he have a ICOM or a Yaesu? Do you remember?
He had an ICOM.
Okay, so it's got an ICOM cable.
Okay.
Because the cable has to be ordered for whatever type of radio.
Yeah, first he had my radio and the Yaesu, and then he got, and I'm sure he had an ICOM.
Well, we might ask him then which cable that is.
Yeah.
Okay.
MFJ HF SWR watt meter.
Up a little bit. Oh, back now. Oh yeah, I got one just like that too. That's good for 2 meters, 440 and 220, I believe. And that's a
RF Sense TR antenna switch.
Okay, that's one of those like actually Jeff, you have one like that, I think.
Kind of, yeah.
That's a switch for setting up an SDR for a second receiver, so you can receive and have a scope, a band scope on a separate receiver while you're listening on a regular receiver. So it receives with both radios when it's receiving, but when you transmit, it automatically isolates the second receiver, and so it's pretty much automated.
Don't ask me what this stuff is. These are
a bunch of parts. Okay.
Sorted parts.
That's the stuff I always end up with because nobody wants it. And I got just a pile of stuff like you wouldn't believe.
Oh, here's the clear speech.
Okay, that's what the clear speech looks like. Yours look like that too, Jeff? Yours is identical, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
It's the same one. That
Pretty
thing
much.
actually works pretty well.
This is a little bit different.
It's a little different. Okay.
But the clear speech is really nice. You can get rid of a lot of the static.
And it just hooks in between the radio and the speaker, right?
Yeah.
It's very simple.
Let's see. What do we got here? It looks like a battery charger. EBL.
Back up a bit. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that looks like a power distribution system of some sort. Oh, yeah, it's a battery charger. I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a rechargeable AA battery.
It's an EBL Smart LCD charger.
So I'm not sure what he was running with rechargeable batteries. Probably his analyzer or something.
Yeah.
So we got a battery charger. Well, that looks like another SWR meter.
There's a 300 watt dry dummy load.
Oh, dummy load. Wow. Okay.
For dummies. Maybe I need this.
Dry dummy load. So it's not a can of oil like a regular dummy load.
Here we have a nice heavy. I mean, this thing is heavy. It's a
multi-switch.
Yeah.
Antenna switch.
Antenna switch. Okay, cool.
This thing weighs a ton.
It looks heavy. Those things are expensive, unreasonably expensive. That's why I always just change the coax.
This is, I don't know what, it's just assorted, it's a case with a transformer and cables and stuff.
You got dogs barking over there, Steve?
Somebody walking a couple of collies down the street that are untrained.
Oh.
This is a 10 Tech Model 310 13.8 VDC. It looks like some kind of a fan.
Wow. That looks like a specialty item, like something that goes in the back of a 10 Tech radio.
Yeah.
It's got a dogfight at Steve's house.
Well, here's another, this is an Alpha Delta ARC plug.
Another antenna switch? Yeah. I'm gonna have to mute Steve. Sorry, Steve.
They're barking at one of our neighbor's dogs. He's out walking. Yeah.
Oh, here we are. I can't.
Dogs are walking them.
Okay.
There's an MFJ 913 thingamajig.
Thingamajig. Oh, don't laugh.
That's a very technical term. You guys laugh.
Oh, that's a ballon. Yeah.
It's a ballon.
That's actually, that looks like a onion, unbalanced to balanced.
Yeah, it looks like a
it's
little
for a
robot.
dipole. It's a ballon for
Does
a
it
robot.
fall over? Jeff, when you put it on the table, does it fall over?
Does it fall over? Yeah, it's got a
Then you know it's unbalanced.
Well, it's really easy to figure out what that is because it's an MFJ 915, right? Is that what it says?
913.
913.
913.
So all you have to do is Google MFJ 913. You'll find out what it is right away. And yeah, it's a ballon. It's an onion. Actually, technically, I think it's an onion, but they'll probably call it a ballon.
The other stuff, you techie guys will love this. This is don't ask me what these are, but these are little parts.
Oh, those are, yeah, we know what those are. Those are power plugs. Yeah, power.
Okay. There's a whole bunch of
power plugs.
All kinds of little attachments.
Yeah.
Anderson power poles.
Anderson power
poles.
What they're called.
God, there's all kinds of connections and stuff.
Yeah, this looks like adapters and looks like mic plugs. A lot of mic plugs. Excuse me. Okay.
They're in this deli smoked ham lunchmate container.
Excellent. That's good that he's thrifty.
And these are, and I don't know what the hell these are, heat shrink tubing by Inhom.
That's just stuff that you stick around the wire and then you use a heat gun to make it smaller. It shrinks up.
Okay.
It's like it's better than tape to insulate your patch or.
So that's it basically, and I've got the picture.
Connections. Okay, excellent. So a lot of that stuff we could put together, and it's like all the accessory stuff, and all.
Here. Well, let's see. Let me show you
I'm going to try to find a way to do the auction electronically.
I'm going to try to show you this. Okay, here's the heat kit thingy.
All I see is just your computer screen.
Yeah. It's on my.
It's on your computer screen. Oh, I see.
Yeah. Okay. It's heavy. It's a big piece of equipment.
Oh, okay.
You can see in relation to the clock.
What is that thing? Another antenna tuner. That's a big heavy antenna tuner.
Yeah, this is a padlock here.
A ton of money. How many watts do you think? Does it say?
2,000
watt.
Who made it?
Heathkit.
That's a Heathkit antenna tuner. Wow, it's heavy, huh?
It's very heavy. Yeah, it's
what do you put in an antenna tuner that makes it heavy?
Is he selling an HF radio?
No.
Jeff?
No.
Nope.
No.
It's a.
And this is a Heathkit antenna tuner model SA 2040.
That's what it looks like. Man, Heathkit stuff is good.
Copyright 1979.
1979.
So there you are.
Okay, give me that model number again, Jeff.
Yeah, it's model Sierra Alpha -2040.
Okay. SA24. Original price was $150. And that was when 1979.
And I've got all this stuff in the garage. It's just sitting on a table. And Dave, whatever you want to do with it.
Okay, I'm gonna take pictures of it. I'm gonna have to devise some kind of a club auction.
Yeah.
I think that's the best method, and we'll move from there. If we can't find anybody that wants it, we'll sell it on eBay. I don't know. It's a pain, but I'll do that if I will make the club a little money. Because I don't know if anybody's going to have the need for an antenna tuner like that. And I know that they are valuable because they're, you know, you can't buy those things anymore, obviously. Yeah, I was trying to figure out what the power rating is and stuff, but I can't find that for some reason. That's weird.
Let's see.
Universal Radio. Here we go. This will show us. 3.5 to 30 megahertz, 2,000 watts. So it's capable of maximum power. It's a 2,000 watt tuner.
Wow.
Yeah. That's kind of what I figured. Excellent. So hopefully Tina can hear us. Can you hear us, Tina? She's just watching. Okay.
Yeah, Dave, I can take pictures of all this stuff. I just kind of forgot about it because I got other stuff.
Okay, yeah, let's take pictures of the big stuff, and especially the little stuff. Maybe just put it all together.
Yeah.
Because I think we'll probably just try to pawn that off altogether, and you know, the accessories. But anything that's like a meter or the battery charger or whatever, we'll just try to get rid of it separately. The quick links are like $150 or something, aren't they? They're kind of expensive. It'd be good for somebody that wants to get into digital, and I'm sure we have some club members that are interested in that. So hopefully we can get rid of it. All right, let me move this. So we are at the point of old business is over, and I think we're almost at the point of a break. We're not going to do a 50-50. I'm not sure it's even strictly legal, and so we can't do it over the internet anyway. Let's see. I think we're going to have a break. So what do you think? 15 minutes? 10, 15 minutes?
Sure.
Maybe I'll have time to hop over to Tina's house and fix her computer. I'm just kidding. Okay, we'll take a break for 15 minutes. I'm not sure what I'm going to do here.
Back at 8 o'clock?
Yeah, we'll come back about 8 o'clock. How about that?
Okay.
Okay. And then we'll finish up with DJ's presentation and rest of the program, whatever else we have, more Q&A, I guess, about field day and stuff.
So what do we do? Leave the meeting or leave it on?
It's up to you. I'm going to leave it on, obviously.
Okay.
I'm also not going to mute it, so you guys can just talk amongst yourselves. Maybe I can help Tina over the phone. Maybe I can help Tina. Oh, look, I see Tina put her hands up. Okay, let me see.
In frustration.
I know. I may have to mute you guys because I won't be confused, but I'll mute myself too. I'm going to help Tina. So we'll be back at 8 o'clock. All right. Call Tina.
I think Tina.
I'm going to call Tina.
Oh, well.
If I can remember how to do this stuff. Oh. I have to minimize you guys. I'm sorry. I think I could do this. Oh, exit full screen. There we go. There we go. Okay. Copies.
Well, guys, I'm going to bail out of the meeting here. I'm kind of beat. I can't stay awake. So,
oh, okay.
Everybody have a good evening, and
Okay, Randy.
we'll look for you on the net tomorrow. And DJ, Hope your presentation goes good, but
Okay.
I got to get some rest. So.
No problem,
We'll
Randy.
let y'all
Take
go.
care.
K6RJA 73.
7-3 guy.
Take it easy, Randy.
Oops, I'm sorry, I'm muted anyway. You guys can't hear me. All right, darn it.
So, Mike, did you have any problems getting in the fire station last night?
No, not at all.
Okay. I was just wondering if they were letting us in or not.
Well, they were letting us in the whole time, and we just stopped because the mesh went down. So we were out of there for about 6 weeks.
I see.
Oh, shoot. Tina's calling me.
Did you and DJ switch nights last night? Because I thought you were on the schedule to be there last night, weren't you? Or was it DJ?
I don't have my phone.
I know it was DJ. I was on
okay.
Next week. I got 2 meters next week.
Okay.
So who has HF next week?
I do.
Just wanted to verify. What happened to POG?
I don't know. We don't know.
He probably went out to pick some more lemons.
No, it's okay. I just I tried. I didn't realize my phone was in the other room when you rang me. I sent you a link. Can I look at your computer real quick?
It's like watching the screen at City Hall to watch you turn that light.
Email. Yeah, just go to the email. You could keep that up. You should just be able to hit the start button or.
Uh-oh, Dave's having to think.
It's getting hot under this hat. It's getting hot under this hat. I've got Tina on the line finally.
We can see that.
Okay, click the link. Yeah.
Let's see, it's showing
I got your computer.
81.
Okay, hold on. Let me make it bigger.
Yeah, no, you don't want to open it up.
Look, I can see you can see the pictures. That's neat. Okay, let's do this. What's this link thing? Let me have control. Let go of your mouse there. Let me take a look here. This is the Stilly program. No, it's okay. We're on break. Did you hear us? Oh, okay. All right, let's see. Let me see if I get this to work. Exit, minimize video. No. My video. How do I make this bigger?
Actually, you could, I suppose.
No, I'll wait on
Oh, you're touching the mouse again, Tina. Okay. I'm trying to get it bigger. I'm trying to minimize it. There we go. Okay, now.
You doing a little rabbit hunt in your front yard there, Jeff?
Just bringing the flag in and kind of getting all squared away here.
Oh,
Yeah, I saw a coyote yesterday. I haven't seen any bobcats.
I don't know. Oh, here we go. So you want.
from what I saw, the flagpole looked a little like a gun stock. That's why I said something.
Yeah.
You want this? No, you want.
Yeah, it's a big flag. So how you doing over there in Four Seasons?
Talk.
Doing good. Hey, my wife got on, I guess, I don't know, one of the, I don't know what's happened in Banning or whatever. That somebody had moved into your neighborhood and was asking who cleans the part up there by Braswell's backyard. Him and the guy next door, I guess.
Let's just double check.
Farrar.
Select a microphone.
Yeah, somebody told me that somebody was complaining or something about the camo or something. I don't know, but I heard yesterday that a neighbor that just moved in a couple of doors down that was talking to the young man that was driving the tractor out here and back, and he bought 200 acres out there from Braswell. So I don't know which part he has, but evidently he owns all the land now that's out behind us. I don't know if bought up on the hill where Braswell's
I'm not sure
buildings are in the windmill, but this young man bought 200 acres. So
what's happening is your camera isn't showing up here anymore. There used to your cameras.
Is that Tina chattering away there?
As a microphone. They did the other
Tina and the Chipmunks.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's not. Anyway. Okay. Let me know if you need help installing it.
Sounds like a chipmunk.
Okay. Sounds good. No problem. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Tina. All right. Bye-bye.
I think Dave was
I
instructing
could not
her.
fix Tina. Sorry. her camera no longer has a microphone. I don't know why. It just stopped working.
Oh, really?
It worked the other day when I helped her. We managed to get it to work, but she's going to buy a new camera.
I wish John
she can
would
hear
come
us,
up.
by the way. She can hear us.
I wish John would come up. I'd like to ask him how his that big antenna is doing, that vertical.
Last time I talked to him about it, he was real happy with it.
Yeah,
I tried to unmute him before, and it doesn't work. So apparently, it won't allow me.
It still won't let me share the screen.
You can't share the screen?
Nope. It says, well, what does it say? Host disabled, participants share screen.
Oh, okay.
Screen sharing.
Maybe I can fix that.
Did you get kicked out there, DJ?
I don't know why that would be. Security. Allow participants to share screen. There you go. You should work now. Hey, Jeff's sharing a screen.
Yeah, you can see the.
Yes, we see the tuner, the clock.
The tuner right here.
Yes, and actually see the quick link too.
Yeah, let me see. I can you still see
no, we can't
these
see
images?
What's that?
Can you see these images?
I see your screen. Yeah, we're looking at your browser.
Okay, how about the photograph now, the lineup of hams?
No, it's on the other screen, I think.
Okay.
All I'm seeing is a tuner. All I'm seeing is a tuner.
Oh, okay.
All I'm seeing is a tuner on the clock, and only seeing one window. I'm not seeing a whole screen. I'm just seeing a window. I think you maybe just shared the window, because you can do that too.
Is that Jeff's clock or is that clock available?
That's the one that's going to be auctioned off. Yeah, for the club. Are you interested in the clock?
Always.
Good, Sam. I'm glad we have some people interested. I like that.
Yeah, it's like brand new.
It looks like it's brand new. I don't think.
No nothing.
I've never seen an analog MFJ clock. It doesn't mean it doesn't exist, obviously.
I've I've got mine up here on the wall, Zulu time. It's the same thing, 24 hour.
You got an analog one?
Yeah, you've seen that one, Dave, haven't
okay.
you?
No,
Yeah.
It's not an MFJ though.
No, it says Zulu time. That's what it's called.
Zulu time clock. Okay.
See if I can get off this.
Okay, well, it's got a picture of the world on it, kind of.
Oh, here we are.
So you figured it out, Jeff? Yes.
I was trying to get away from the share.
Stop participants sharing. There, I can cut you off.
There we are.
I cut you off.
Yeah.
I have control. Okay, it's 8 o'clock. So is everybody back, more or less?
Yeah.
I was unable to fix Tina's microphone. She's going to buy a new webcam. And let's see.
Looks like she went dark.
No, I think she's there, but she just walked away. Yeah, we're still seeing her picture. She was hearing us, so. Okay,
Hey,
Mike's still not back, but.
Anybody hear me here?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, good, thanks. New camera.
I muted you because you were making noise when we were doing the demonstration flip.
Oh, sorry.
It's not your fault, I understand.
I just switched to a new camera, not a problem.
Wow, you just got really loud again. That was weird. Okay. I love how Zoom does weird things like that. Okay. All right, so we are at past the break point. Miscellaneous. What's miscellaneous mean, Jeff?
Miscellaneous? Other than?
Other than when it's after the break, it says miscellaneous. So
Yeah, that means anything other than what we've been talking about. Anything that somebody wants to bring up?
Okay, so is there anything that anybody wants to bring up? That's a good point. Let's ask. Any curious club members out there that have microphones at work?
I have a question for DJ.
Go ahead, Pete.
DJ, I got a text message today from ARRL about the new rules for field day. Is that what you're going to be talking about?
That is going to be in my presentation.
Okay, because that's really up to date. That's just happening.
Yeah. It is.
Matter of fact, it happened while I was typing the presentation.
Oh, okay.
And that's pretty much what's coming next.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions before we go to the presentation? I hope everybody's enjoying the meeting so far. I know I am. Okay, DJ, I'm going to make you full screen for the.
Did you enable the share screen?
It's enabled permanently, so you should be able to share your screen. Yep. Okay, it's working.
All right.
There we go.
Good.
This is field day and coronavirus, COVID-19. Our field day dates are June 27th and 28th. Usually we set up on the 26th, which is the Friday before. Okay. Now with coronavirus, they are limiting the number of people for gatherings. We are under the gathering limit of 250 there. We can have a small event, and as long as we implement social distancing of 6 feet per person. So that may be, if we do get the park, that we will have a station, and 6 feet away we'll have to use social distancing. So you'll have maybe a station and then at a table, and only that operator is there during that time. Why they are operating until they are changed out. That includes outdoor spaces. This is the California, and this information is on the California website. That's where I got this information.
Okay.
Does anybody have any questions before I move on? I'm going to ask that before I move on to every slide.
Good.
Okay. I don't see any. Okay, moving on. Okay, we are actively trying to get Dysart Park. I called today. At first, it was a hard no, but then I started saying, well, going into the incident command number and trying to get, and then she goes, you know what? I understand where you're coming from. Let's call back tomorrow when my director's here and we could see what we're doing. So I went from a hard no to let's see what we can do. So that's good news. That's why I got news at 11 here. So we're still working on it.
So we're at the 11th hour, hopefully. But we're working on it.
Hopefully we can get it locked in before it's time to set up.
Oh, excellent.
Anybody have any questions?
DJ,
Go ahead.
You'll have to have an event number, so let me know and I'll should be able to get it.
Yep, I figured you or Steve would get me one.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, AORL's position. Right now, their position is let's try something new. Usually, we go to the Dysart Park and set up, but maybe if this doesn't happen, we will try something new. Maybe that new is you set up a backyard station and you work from your backyard using battery power. Or maybe a mobile station, or maybe you gather up. Maybe you don't have maybe you have some friends that don't mind gathering. 3 or 4 guys get together and go to a place and set up and work for the day, and they call it quits after 4 or 5 hours and make their log and
so maybe a consideration might be like Sun Lakes people might get together or something, go into the one of the open areas, that we still have access to, and set up
something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
And the idea is we're gonna try something new. We're hams, and we always prepare for the worst. And worst case scenario is we don't get a location where everyone will be able to come, but maybe we can work this as a club in a different way, multiple locations.
Okay.
Anybody have any more questions?
Yes, I do, DJ.
Go ahead.
Are we all going to use the club's call sign, even though we're separate?
No, that you can't do that. That's against the rules. That is
Tell them how it's going to work, though, right? We're still going to be able to work as a group, but with separate call signs, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So basically, we're still turning in our combined totals with different call signs, but the way that they're organizing it this year, we can still work as a club.
Okay.
Even though we're using separate call signs.
Now, if the trustee, just say that if the trustee decides he wants to get a group together, a small group, obviously he has the control of he can, because he has the control of the call sign.
And then we have to declare what type of station we have.
Yep.
And then the individuals will have to comply with those parameters. Like if we say that we're battery power, then we have to be battery powered, right?
Yeah, but if say you have a station, Dave, and I have a station, and you're at home, and you're running right off the grid, and I'm running off a battery,
right?
And maybe I'm in the backyard,
right.
So then I would be a B station. Now stations are going to change, so does that make sense? So I'd be.
We don't have to be the same as a club. Is that what you're saying?
We don't. No, we're not going to be the same as the club. So
we can. What I'm saying is we can still work as a club, but with individual licenses.
Yes.
And as far as being all battery or what was the?
Nope, we could all be different.
We could all be different. Okay.
We can all be different.
Yeah, because that's obviously a lot of people are going to be lazy about it and just say, let's get on my radio and make contacts.
Yeah.
DJ?
Yeah, go ahead, Sam.
We submit all of the paperwork to you and then you put it together as a club. Is that how that's going to work?
I'm going to do that to make it easy for everyone to do it. That way, because I know how to do it through the AORL website, so it'd make it really easy if we can do it that way. And I'm getting a little ahead of myself. The reason why is we'll use our the club name, not the call sign, but the club name, SPARC. We'll use that club name, and then we'll under that they'll add up the points and come up with a total for the club.
Okay, so now the club name, is that part of the contact or anything? That's not going to be.
Nope, it's during the
when we compile it all.
Yes, when we send it in.
Got it. Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm getting a little. That's a little.
And I found the noise problem, by the way. If people were hearing it sound like a mouse, that was Tina's microphone. Yeah. So we had to. I had to turn off Tina's. I had to mute Tina. She was making a weird noise. Okay. Anyway.
Okay. Yeah. So AOL stance is we're going to try something different this year.
Cool.
I think this is good. I mean, obviously, this is going to be a situation, especially in California, because it's basically closed down still, and so this is good. We have an alternative way of operating. I like it.
I want to go through these stations as what the station rules are or classifications.
Good.
Not the full rules. I'm not going to do the full rules, just the classifications, so we can have this in the back of our heads. So if we don't get the park, we at least have an idea and we're ahead of the game.
Sounds good.
So starting off, this is a club. Class A is a club or a non-club. So this is a group of 3 or more people. So 3 or more people would be a Class A. Class B is 1 or 2 people in a this one cannot run a go-day station. That's the one big exception with the Class A. This one's kind of closed. Class B is kind of closed off from the public, and it's only usually 1 or 2 people.
Okay.
Like last year, I ran a Class B station on battery power, and it was just me and my daughter. That's what I was a Class B, and from a different than a home location.
Gotcha.
Okay, Class C is a mobile station. Okay. Any questions on that before I click on the next one?
I'm going to mention just for the uninitiated, maybe people like that, like Therese, that have no experience with field day. Maybe the way it works is when we make the exchange and we actually talk, we make contacts with people. We give them codes. We'll say, what is it like
3 alpha orange.
3 alpha orange, yeah, something like that. And if we're Class A, we're alpha. We'd be 3 Baker orange if we were Class B. So the class is part of the exchange, and it basically is your specifics. In this case, if we're running individually, it's going to be your specific station. It's not. It could be a Class A, B, C, D, E, or F, depending upon how you're set up. So you all, if you're operating and we're not doing it at the park, we got to be conscious of this, and people have to basically know what they are, or understand these classes in order to create their exchange. So, like 3 alpha orange. So basically, I say, yeah, Dave KD6ZJZ. They record the call sign. I say I'm 3 alpha orange. They know I'm in orange count or orange section, which is really, everything in Southern California practically. Not true. Anything Orange County, Riverside, and San Bernardino and San Diego, I think, are orange. And they basically group counties together. And then the 3 means the number of stations. So we had 3 stations, and we were alpha, which is battery only, and then orange district. That's the way the exchange works. Go ahead, DJ.
Okay, and then the next class is Class D. That is a home station, and that's on using commercial power. Class D in the past, you were not allowed to contact other Class D stations. You were only allowed to contact the other stations, A, B, C, and F. F.
Wow.
You weren't allowed to contact D or E, Class C.
Is this still the case now, or what?
Well, I'm getting there.
Oh,
and they've made some rule changes just for this year.
Okay.
And then Class E is a home station with emergency power, so that'd be battery power or generator.
Right.
And then Class F is the EOC, and that's a lot of people do use the EOCs because, well, they're air conditioned, especially in Palm Springs.
Most of them are anyway.
Yeah, Palm Springs is I think they're going to be operating from a EOC.
Sam, is our EOC air conditioned?
Barely. It does have an air conditioner in there, yes. Is it modern? No. Does it cool slightly? Yes.
It works about as good as that Heathkit antenna tuner.
And the lights, because basically the last time I was in there, none of the lights worked, or few of the lights worked.
Okay.
Go ahead, DJ.
Okay. Now, the call sign. Let's see. The club call sign. A lot of people think that because the trustee is an extra, that extra class carries over into when they're operating field day. That's not the case. It is the control point operator of the radio.
Right.
So a technician can't sit down all by themselves and run the radio as an extra. It doesn't work that way.
It will work that way. If we were at Dysart Park, we could do that.
Because the reason why it works that way is because we have so many extras in our.
The reason it works that way is because the person that administers or who holds the call sign is an extra, and as long as there's an extra on site, then we can operate as an extra, and no matter who we are, even if we're not, we don't even have a call sign, we can still operate as a.
So technically, every time you're running the station, a extra is supposed to be there with the radio.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
The reason why I'm mentioning this is as we're running, maybe as we're broken up as a club, we may be broken up, and it may be harder for the technicians to get on the air. You may have to find a general or an extra to work field day. And we do have a couple technicians in our club, and we do have generals in our club that maybe wish to get with a extra to get their license, so they can work the extra part of the
different frequencies. Yeah. Yes. And the other thing is, we obviously the techs, the ones that are curious and the ones that want to work field day, we really ought to try as hard as we can to find a way to allow them to do that. Even if it means a one-on-one, it means like, okay, the tech person might, operate with somebody else in their front yard that has an extra, an extra or something, just so they get that experience. So that's the kind of thing we're going to try to do, is pair people up. Go ahead, DJ. Okay. Yeah. Just to reiterate,
so the club call is, it doesn't bump your license up. So if you're thinking, I'll use the club call this field day and it'll bump my light. No, that's not the way it works. You do need an extra or a general to be working with you to get your license so you can work those extra frequencies and have those privileges. Any questions on that? It's not a giant, problem if you're general. I mean, you can make an awful lot of contacts using the general portion of the band. You'll have no problem.
I have a question, DJ.
Go ahead, Pete.
DJ, in the past, we've operated as 3 Alpha Orange, right?
Yes.
Now, let's say we have 4 different groups separated. Are we going to be 4 Bravo Orange or something like that?
No, you would use your call sign. The club call sign would be out of the picture by then.
You would be a 1 Alpha Orange if you're by yourself.
Yes.
So it's going to be, and you're running battery, and you're because in order to be Alpha, right?
No, actually, it would be 1 Bravo.
Bravo.
Okay,
thank
Bravo,
you. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. So you'd be 1 Bravo Orange if you're by yourself.
Right.
And but basically, it's going to be whatever you are. It's going to be whatever your station. You have 2 stations. You're going to be a 2 then. So if you have 2 stations set up together or near each other, we could do a 2 then. But chances are we're going to be a bunch of 1s because
they would be a 2 if they're both operating at the same time.
Exactly.
Yes.
But it's just there. It's just the operation or the actual setup is where that's determined.
But if Mike and Jeff and I operate 1 CW station and we take turns, then we be a 1 Bravo Orange.
Would they just pick a call sign to use, DJ, or how would that?
No, they'd have to use their own.
Yeah, they have to use their own, right?
Yeah, whoever gets on use their call sign.
But if say Mike and Pete were working together doing CW, would they then decide they're going to use one or the other's call sign, or they?
How many transmitters?
Guys?
One.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on, guys. Can I talk?
That's what I
want.
Go ahead. DJ, yes.
Okay. Pete, if it was 3 or more, you guys can actually be an alpha.
Okay.
Okay. So if you have 1 radio, you can be 1 alpha, 1 Alpha Orange, and at that time, I would suggest if Mike, because he's the trustee currently, if he wanted to use the club call sign, he technically could because he's the trustee. But you may use Mike's call sign. He's an extra, so you may use his call sign also.
Okay.
And that would Mike's kind of like the exception because he is the trustee, so he decision to use the call sign.
Now, if we each use our own call sign, we each need our own log sheet, right?
Hold on. You want to use the same call sign, even so. If you use Mike's call sign, all three of you guys would use Mike's call sign.
Right.
No, I'm saying we don't. We operate independently.
So you're operating as three separate stations, three separate. Yeah.
Yeah. If we operate independently.
Yeah. Obviously, you use your own. Yeah.
Yeah. Independently, like say if you guys break up the group, then yes, then you guys would all have to use your own call sign.
And with the new log sheet for each call sign.
Yes, that's if you guys break up. Now, if you guys stay together,
then we can use it. Yeah.
Then you use one call sign, all three of you.
Got it. Okay.
Do we have to stick?
I'm really getting confused.
It is confusing. I'll tell you.
Yeah, if Pete and I and Mike work together on CW, you're saying that we pick.
Who is doing that? Who's making that noise?
That might be Tina.
No, I know who it was.
Larry.
It was Larry, and I muted him.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Jeff, you would pick one call sign and use that call sign for the entire duration. If it was the three of you guys working together.
Okay, and then what do we use? One alpha orange or what?
If you're using one receiver, the receiver is the number part. So your receiver, your transceiver, that's the number part. So if you use one transceiver, you would be a 1. If you use 3 transceivers, you'd be a 3.
Got it.
So
you could technically be a 3 alpha orange
with one person.
With 3 people.
3 people.
So we would be one alpha orange with 3 people.
With 3 people, you'd be a 1 alpha orange with 1 transceiver.
Okay.
Okay. But if you had 3 people and 3 transceivers,
yes,
then you'd be a 3 alpha orange.
Yes,
that makes sense.
Okay.
Any more questions before we move on?
When can you be a 1E?
Let me go back.
When you're at your house or emergency power. If you've got emergency power and you're at your home or some location site, you'd be a 1 echo orange.
Yep.
Right, because you're using utility.
Right.
Yeah.
No. That's battery power.
I'm sorry, emergency power. Okay.
Emergency
so in
power.
that case, you're using either battery or solar or generator. Okay.
Right.
Right. That's what I thought. Okay. Thank you.
And then what's the one that's for utility? Is that F? No. Okay, I'm confused already. Well,
okay.
Well, I put all this. By the way, all the stuff's on the website. Just sent out an email with a link to a PDF version of this.
Okay.
Of this.
If you're a single site at your house and you're operating off of your own house power, it's 1 delta orange. Okay. If you're operating off emergency power or generator at your house or some location site, it's 1 echo orange.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, the presentation is up on the website, and the reason why it's up on the website, there is a clickable link that takes you to the page for the rules. So once you figure out what kind of station, you can always call me if you need to figure out what station. I'm always here and available, and we'll work it out, and we'll figure out what station and what category you'll be in.
DJ, I have a question. Flip.
Go ahead, Flip.
Yeah, if you're, let's back up here a second. The only time you can use the station or the club call sign is when you're all active as a group in one spot. Is that correct?
No.
Okay.
No, it's not true.
Then I'm confused. Go ahead.
Okay, for a field day, you can only use your club call sign in one location during field day. When it's not field day, you can have multiple locations. The best example I could give you is W1AW. They use a club call sign and they have multiple locations and they're on the air at multiple times.
Gotcha.
But not during field day.
Yeah, but not during field day.
So that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so that clickable link will take you to that clickable link right here will take you to this website here.
Okay.
And then you have your rules here. And I made sure that this works. And you can pull this down and you can see some of this was revised as of today.
Wow.
So they're coming. It's moving quickly. So I have a feeling they'll refine some of the rules. I started thinking, well, what if they do this and this and that?
Some of it seems a little bit confusing. I mean,
and I think that they're going to have to clean it up some because I started thinking about, well, what happens when two guys one's in New York and one's in California, and they go, well, we're still a club, and they turn in their logs together for a club.
Well, you can't contact each other, though, right?
That's not in the rules. That's
true, huh?
That's not in that rule.
So because we have different call signs, we can actually get points against each other.
And I have a feeling that's going to change in the next couple
That's
days.
something that in the past they've frowned on completely. In fact, you'd be breaking the rules if you operate as a club and then go and operate on your own and make contact with the club. That's not allowed, because you're double dipping basically.
But like DJ was saying, stand by, because that may change.
Yeah, everything's in flux. That's true.
Right now, the rules are. I have a feeling they'll be changing some rules and updating some stuff because of that. And I started thinking about it. I go, that ain't going to work the way.
It just doesn't make sense, because we could set up multiple stations and make contacts with each other. That seems crazy.
Okay, this is one of the rule changes right here. This is as of today. D stations, the home stations, can now contact other D stations. D stations count contacts with other D stations for QSO credits. Before in the past, they weren't able to make those contacts. So that is something they're moving on, because they realize a lot of people are going to stay home, and that's what's going to.
Let's clarify that just a little bit, because is it true that they would probably maybe even accidentally make contact, and then it just wouldn't get counted, right?
Yes, you'd fill out your dupe when you did your dupe sheet. You were supposed to take them out.
You're supposed to take them out. Okay. Yeah.
Any questions before I move on?
So it's still the honor system. Okay, go ahead.
Any questions before I move on from this? This is one of the rule changes.
Any other questions?
Okay. All right. This is the big one for this year. This is what we're talking about when I say as a club we turn in our logs. If let's say Sam works by himself, he has a log, he generates the 200 contacts, and Pete generates 40 contacts. But because we turn them in as a SPARC club, they're going to look at the name of the club, and they're going to put the points in for a club. That way our club is still ranked, even though we may not be having a traditional field day.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is the big one. So it's not going by the club call sign. It's going by the club name. Okay.
And here again, the same as last year, the individuals return the paperwork into DJ, and he's taking care of that.
DJ's going to have even more work, because he's going to have somehow compile all the different call signs. I don't know how that works.
Well, he's a whiz. There's no problem.
What I was thinking is once we do our log sheets, have you guys fill out the log sheets with all the information I need, and then I'll input that from there.
That sounds like a good idea.
So when I only get one sheet. I'll only get one sheet, and then I can easily compile it from there.
So basically what you're saying is that the individual setups or operations should compile everything to one sheet, send it to you. Okay. Yeah. Sounds good.
And this is the example that they gave. The example is W1BXY has their own station, and W1AW has another, and they're both participating in field day, and they belong to the same club, and they're working different classes, but they turn in their logs as a club, and they compile the score from there. They combine the entries, which is really nice, because now our club is acting as a club, trying to have a goal of getting good contacts, and it puts us back into the club aspect of it.
Yeah, whatever. If it feels.
Any questions before I move on?
If I hear something from people, I mute them, by the way. I think I have to mute people periodically. Okay, go ahead, DJ.
All right, I'm moving on to the next one. All right, getting kind of down here to the end, but as hams, we prepare for the worst. That's what I'm saying here tonight is we may not end up with dice art and if we don't end up with Dysart, I'll move on to plan B and keep looking for a place. But if it comes out and I come out with nothing, then we will move into this final plan. Is everyone's going to have to work as a station and get together. Maybe they work from home and put up antennas in the backyard and work from home, or they go somewhere and work maybe mobile or whatever they need to do. This may be an opportunity to get your family involved. Some families, they might get a little intimidated to go down to field day where they have 50 people looking at them trying to talk on a radio. It might be a little bit more intimate if they're in the backyard trying to talk to a radio. Trying to talk on the radio, and they may enjoy it that way. And we could actually teach somebody and do what we were supposed to be doing down at the park, but now we're doing it in the backyard or something else.
Yeah, because most field days, when we encourage visitors, obviously, and we encourage people to come and try it out, and oftentimes we'll get youngsters, and boy, younger people get on the air, and it's amazing how much how they kind of attract contacts when you hear a younger voice. It just something about that just really attracts people to make contact. So
I was going to ask,
definitely encourage people that have families to get everybody involved.
I was going to ask Ginger if she wanted to be involved with field day, but I decided that I would have to shut down my audio completely. So I decided not to do that.
Oh, okay. She'll want to be involved, I'll bet.
Now, Therese should be the one with the most calls, right?
Yes.
That could be.
Because they love a female voice.
That's right. We'll make sure she's on the air somehow.
Therese, she'll be working the pilot.
Hold on, Therese, you're muted. Hold on. Okay, talk.
So I'll have my new radio up and running, so I'm really excited about it.
Excellent. You let me know if you need help with that.
Okay, the last thing I'm going to leave you here with is I'm here to help, and if you need clarification on the classification of your station, or if you need explanation of the rules or anything like that, I am here, and I'm happy to submit the logs. So it's online. I could submit them. I don't even think they don't even want to turn you mailing in the logs this year. They do if you do have a evidence of something, they do want that mailed in still, but they don't want logs. Usually I mail in our logs, take a copy of them and mail them in with a
kind of like the ARRL. They don't want to hear from, or actually get anything from the filthy masses.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to voice an opinion here, if I may.
Go ahead.
Yes, go ahead.
I will not operate out of Dysart in these conditions, but I will operate out of my home or another site.
And of course, it's totally up to each individual as to what they feel comfortable doing.
Yes.
Yeah, I just want to go on
understand that, Pete. No problem.
I don't know how you feel, Jeff, and I haven't talked to Mike about it either.
Yeah, it might change too by the time field day.
Yeah, it could get worse.
Could get worse. Could get better.
Yeah.
You don't know. So, okay.
Pete.
Yeah.
Are the three of you? You're not all within a 1,000-foot circle, are you?
No.
Almost.
Maybe Jeff and Mike.
Jeff and Mike might be.
Yeah.
They're awful close together.
Yeah.
There's a park within easy walking distance, probably. Not Pete because he's in Four Seasons, but there's a nice blank area there next to the golf course where Jeff and Mike had set up. It's kind of in a hole though. I don't know how well it'd work.
Tall antenna.
That's it. That's the important thing. All right. Go ahead, DJ. You still going?
I was just gonna, just reiterate. I am here to help. So I know
we all are.
Yeah, and I did ask Dave to put this up on our website.
It's there
because it does have a clickable link in there, and that will take you straight to the rules. So it is a little hard. It's funny the way AOL has their website. Let's you got to click around on a bunch of things before you get to what you really want. And this year they updated their let's see, the call sheet. Let me go back.
They're almost as confusing as the FCC.
Yeah, they updated their I can't click it. Let's see. The sheet is revised.
Well, I do love the hippie minivan they have in their new field day logo, however.
From the 60s.
Mm-hmm. VW microbus.
So the section sheet was updated, but their map was not updated. The little map, the little colored map we usually use to see where. So this was updated, but not their. And I have a feeling it's all these Canadian stations. They kind of made more Canadian sections
than they used to, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
So that hasn't been up. So I'll still be looking for that updated map. I'm sure people are going to say, "Well, I want the map like we've always had." So.
Oh, and so is this isn't part of the exchange though?
Well, no, and this is just makes it easy to know where you're talking when you get that STX and you go, well, where's that? And then you look and it's South Texas. You know, that's
so it is part of the exchange.
Yeah, it's exactly
so
what
like
it is.
when we say 3 Alpha Orange ORG, or is that an abbreviation?
ORG.
ORG.
Yeah.
So we have to maybe give it phonetically. We say Alpha Romeo Golf.
Yeah. Oscar Romeo Golf.
Yeah, Oscar Romeo Golf. Sorry. It's not. Yeah, it's Oscar. You're right. And see why I'm not good at this. Okay. Excellent.
Question, Jeff or DJ?
Yes.
I assume that if we submit the logs, you take them in ADIF or whatever the format is, and we just email it to you.
That, or you could give me just a piece of paper and with what your contacts and all that. Really, it's just the number of contacts on each band, and if you did copy, you need to give me the copy of the bulletins if you take the bulletins down and things like that.
You're going to use a logging program, Flip?
Yeah, I use N3FJP, and you can export it as an ADF file, and it gives you the entire context, who it was, time, everything. It just comes up as a single transferable file.
That's probably that's the best way you can do it if you can.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not that complicated. I like to write things down.
Yeah, if you're comfortable submitting your log, you can, by all means, you can submit your own log. That's fine with me. You know.
Oh well, I would pass it through you anyway, DJ. I mean,
we got to make sure it gets club points.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, Flip, what's the login program? November 3, Juliet Foxtrot Papa?
No, it's a guy named Scott, N3 Foxtrot Juliet Papa, or Flip's Just Perfect, however you want to remember it. But it's very good software. You can buy each piece of the software for like $8, or you can spend $40 and get every piece of software he's got for every contest in the world. Okay.
I think I've seen this before.
Yeah, give me that again. November
November 3, Foxtrot Juliet Papa, and his guy's name is Scott.
And you'll put that in the minutes, Jeff, right?
And he and his wife work that.
Yes.
If you've got a problem, you email him, and he usually gets back to you within 24 hours.
Oh yeah, he's very responsive. Good guy to work with. Good guy to do business with.
Huh.
Is that Windows software specifically?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, all across Windows, no problem.
Okay.
I think he's even got it for Macs too.
He comes up with a log for any particular.
Yes. Yep. Huh. If you go to all the QSO parties, you download it and poof, you're on. You know.
Wow.
Well, the beauty of logging, just so everybody knows, and because we've never done it this way, but the beauty is if we are in a field day situation where we're all at Dysart Park, we could actually use software so we could log electronically. And if we found somebody else made contact already with a specific station, and the log shows it right away.
Comes up dupe, from everybody.
So we won't make contact with them. Yeah. We don't have to make duplicates. Instead, what we do is write things down. We have to look through this sheet, trying to see if we made contact with this guy before.
Yeah.
And we're not always there are other operators on that same band previously most of the time, and so we have to go through their logbook. It's very, very complicated. It's so much easier to use software to do that.
And another thing, Jeff, is he has just a plain old ham radio log type of thing, but it's uploadable to Log of the World, and it just really is very flexible stuff.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, because I use HRD,
right?
But it doesn't, as far as I know, unless Ed knows different, doesn't have a specific log that it does for each contest. You'd have to make it. Right. Is that right, Ed?
Yeah, I don't think it's a contact one. It's just a log that logs everything.
Yeah.
But I suppose you can sort it by the dates and just submit those. I've never done it.
Yeah, I keep the log on HRD, but it's everything. I mean, I've got everything on it. It wouldn't be, I don't think I could make one for a specific contest. I would have to make one for a specific contest. That would be a pain.
Do you manually log people on your computer after you make contact, Jeff? Is that how you do it?
Every contact I make, I put on HRD, Logbook of the World.
Okay.
Yeah, but Logbook of the World, you don't get much response.
No.
But one thing you do have, Jeff, is if you have a electronic log already, if you use Scott's N3FJP software, you can import your log into his in the same format, and all of a sudden, poof, all your stuff that you've done before is in his software. It works very nice.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah.
And if you put your call sign in, you're working, it brings all the information up for that call sign, what they're doing. And if you already put you're working 50 watts, then it automatically puts that in unless you changed it. And also gives you the azimuth and the
distance,
distance and the long distance.
That's like when you work digital, that digital mode, they have automatic logging. It's very clever because it logs everything. It logs the frequency automatically. It logs the time automatically. It's
everything.
So
and one last thing about how cool it is, if you have any kind of a radio that has either a COM port or has a USB port, thank you, a USB port, his software has about 100 radios in there. You just pick your radio, you connect it over to your transceiver, and all of a sudden, boom, whether you're on sideband, CW, the frequency shows up.
It knows the mode you're in, the frequency you're on.
Everything,
It knows the power you're running, probably.
Yeah.
Anything you can glean from the radio.
Yeah, it's very cool.
That's neat.
Hey, DJ?
Yes.
A question for you. If we're all, say, working from our houses or different locations, and we work the same station on the same band, do you have to take those out? Let's say, 10 of us work, W1AW.
No.
Do those count as 10 points, or does that only count as one since we're filing under the club?
No, that because each station made that contact, that's okay. Okay, as long as it's different call signs.
I had the same question in my head, and that's one of the reasons I was wondering how this could possibly work. Because what it really means is we're going to get a lot more points,
right?
Because we're all going to be making contact with each other.
Yeah,
we're all going to be making contact with the same stations,
right?
So actually, it's going to make for a lot more points when we're not working as a group.
Right. And that brings up my second question, then, DJ. Let's say. How do they compile it, I guess, into overall results? Say the main station is 3 Alpha Orange.
I think they're going strictly off the club name. So when I fill out the paperwork, it's going to pull up, it's going to go, what club are you associated with?
Right.
And I'm going to type in the club name, and then their computers will automatically sift through all their entries and pull all that data.
Okay, but say we have like 20 stations working at the same time. Do we become a 20 something?
No.
Nope.
The individual stations run whatever they are.
Yeah.
Right, but how do they compile it for the whole club? Like what they put into the QST magazine.
It's going to just be under
SPARC.
I wonder, I thought about that same question. I know what you're getting at.
I know. I see what you're
some
getting
are going to be A's, some are going to be E's, some are going to be, how do they?
I think they're going to put our whatever call sign that station is. This is what I think they're going to do. Their call station, and then they're going to have a list of the club points separate. Does that make sense? That's all I can.
I actually wonder if they're contemplating what they're going to do with that right now.
I don't see how they can.
Yeah, because it seems like it's there's a conundrum there. It does seem.
Yeah.
I have a feeling they'll probably print individual points and then go back and use the header, like the club name, and print a club name for that. Print a club name score. That's the only way I could see them doing it that way.
Right, but then every club is going to be fighting against every other club. So a 10-person club will be fighting against a 100-person club.
Yeah.
So, but we got to do what you got to do, I guess.
Yeah. It's all about it. I know for a lot of clubs, the contest is super duper important. But, in reality, it's all about just getting on the radio and making contacts.
Yeah, I've been around the Desert Club when they get together, and there's a couple of guys, when they're working, you don't bother them.
No, and they work like 48 hours straight practically. Some of them. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Guys are mad. They're absolutely mad, and they're addicted. They're insane. They're addicted to it.
It is. It can. I think it can be an addiction.
God.
Absolutely can. Absolutely can. All right. Well, great, DJ. I really appreciate that. You did a great job there.
Thank you.
Got good information. So.
Sure developed a lot of interest.
Yeah.
So I think we just kind of went through the Q&A, but I'll just ask again, are there any other people with questions? And I did mute Larry, who's kind of fading off, I think, because he was making noises. But look, he's asleep. That's kind of funny, actually. Oh, Larry, are you there? We're going to unmute your audio. Oh, boy, that thing's slow moving. Larry, we can hear you now. Do you have any questions?
Well, I haven't been talking about you ballistic.
We had you muted, so do you have any questions?
No.
Okay.
Clear as mud.
You sound fine now, but you were making noises earlier.
I was?
Yeah, I don't know why.
I'm saying nothing.
I know. I think it was just background noise.
But
DJ,
you were drooling too.
Go ahead, Flip.
Question, DJ.
Flip's frozen.
I lost everybody.
Just for everybody, have one transceiver. Oh, you lost everybody?
You know,
Yeah,
for
no,
just
start
a second, like
again.
For
It
5
all came
seconds,
back
you were blank. Try it again.
Okay. If I have one transceiver and I run an extension cord out to a generator in the backyard, I can qualify as one Echo Orange. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, cool. That's what I'm going to do.
You're going to run a generator out in the back?
Yeah, why not?
People golfing are going to go, what is that guy doing?
Well, that's tough.
His backyard goes against the
Solar
golf
panels
course.
out also.
What's that, Sam?
Take your solar panels out.
Yeah, could do that too. Yep.
That's the thing.
I have Ron's muted too. Ron, did you have any questions? I'm muting you right now. I don't even know why I had you muted. Maybe you muted yourself. I can't unmute you, so there you go.
I'm
Okay,
good.
go ahead.
I'm good.
You're good. Okay.
I'm just listening.
I want to make sure I got everybody covered, even if they're muted.
Hey, DJ, are they going to give extra points for different things like copying the bulletin or
Yes.
having a class?
Yep. And I'll send Steve over there with his hammer.
Oh,
We
no,
usually have-
no,
we
no.
get extra points. We have a station
Good
that
one.
monitors the frequency at just the right time, and they get like CW messages and stuff that they have to copy. And
Right.
you get extra points. There's all kinds of extra
Yeah,
points.
you get
activity.
the satellite and contact with the satellite
Got
and
it.
message handling. There's so when you do pick your class, you could use the rules to kind of figure out where you can get your points at.
I'll never forget that when we were trying to get that message. And all of a sudden, Steve has that hammer and he's going bang, bang, bang. And Mike and I are looking around and everybody else, what the hell was that? There's Steve with a hammer.
He banged
I think
up.
we got it though. We managed to piece it
Yeah,
together.
you guys got it.
Yeah. I don't see Steve.
We used to do one of the activities we used to have during field day was a fox hunt.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm an expert at
Is that what
that.
they call it?
Huh.
Fox
You know
hunt
what?
doesn't sound right.
That's what they used to call it.
That's
Yeah,
what they used to call it. Basically, you set up a transmitter, and everybody uses their HT and a directional antenna to try to find the transmitter. And we set it up at the park, and some smart person, and I don't mean smart, I mean smart ass, put the thing in a trailer in somebody's mobile home, and or something like that. Yeah, and so what was it?
Walk all around.
Nobody found it. It was funny.
I just wanted to test their abilities. That's all.
Was it you? I don't remember that, Jeff.
Yeah.
I do want to add though. Remember, digital is 2 points. CW is 2 points at contact.
Yeah.
Double the points for CW.
CW and digital.
And digital too.
Yep.
Okay,
Well,
so maybe that's where I'm going to go. I don't know.
2 points for digital.
Yep.
Really?
Oh, really?
Isn't there a new FT8 or something?
FT8 that works with
call or whatever. Yeah, so you can do the exchange.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Neat.
Generally, DJ, question is there power limitations?
Yes, there is, and it depends on the classification you are.
Okay.
I think Class A. I know Class A because we've always been a Class A, but it's under 150 watts. There are high powered things, but your point. Go ahead, Sam.
Best, yes.
Okay, yeah, and then there is different classifications if you are going to run power.
Okay.
Your amp and stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Now, if you're running as a utility, then you can run power.
What it comes down to is your multiplier increases for using less power.
I got you. Okay, cool. Thanks.
QRP stations get more points, basically.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's the way it should be.
Yep.
All right. Excellent. Well, unless we have more questions, I think we may call it a meeting here.
So our next meeting is a couple days before field day. So I think we'll have hopefully everything hammered out by then, and we'll know a lot more, and we'll talk about that. But I think our vice president gave me a nice video on SWR. I think that's going to be our next presentation.
Excellent. So Teresa actually helped come up with the next presentation.
Yeah.
Good. Great. Cool. Good to hear. All right.
I love new blood.
We need new blood, and it's
get rid of that old blood.
We're not vampires, but we need new blood.
Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. It's my turn.
Fresh blood. Okay. Excellent meeting, guys. I appreciate everybody's participation, especially thanks to DJ for this whole. He did a lot of work. I know he did a lot of work putting it together, and so
yes,
appreciate that a lot.
It started a couple days ago, but and as I'm doing it, Teresa emailed me the information. I go, well, I got to stop everything and figure this out. I had to walk around for a minute and go, okay, what do I got to do with this now? So,
well, and it's still in flux.
Yeah.
So what we're saying now might not even be the case by the time it happens, but hopefully they've got an idea, and I think their idea is a great one. Let's get as many people to participate, whether we have to do it separately or together. We can get maybe we can get more people to participate doing it separately, because
we're out driving around. We might see a spot and see if we could set up there.
There you go.
For the individuals.
Yep.
Because I was looking, I drove through that property above the hospital there, and there's a lot of open land up there where there's nobody working right now.
Yeah, the other thing, you can set up in your front yard. That way, if you have neighbors walking by or something, they'll go, "What's all that?"
Yeah. I don't want to lose my radios.
Well, you live in Sun Lakes, and we got a gated community. It's a little bit safer.
Yeah, gated community is a little hard to get out.
You do want to chain it down, though. That anyway, probably a good idea. All right. Well, thanks again for everybody's participation, and I think we're going to go ahead and call it a club meeting. I don't know. I'll leave the Zoom up for a little bit. You guys want to talk a little bit? We can end gracefully. We don't have to end all at once. Kind of like we do at the club meeting. So, no other questions? I think this is over. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah. Really good.
Say.
We had a
Steve,
good
you're muted.
See you next time.
Sorry.
Good night, all. Good night, all. See you later.
Let me unmute Steve. Okay,
well,
I muted me. Steve, say goodbye.
The big difference here is after the meeting, I don't have to clean up the coffee pot and put
That's
all that
right.
together again.
We don't have to clean up the trash that we made in the room.
Yep.
Yeah. We don't have to drive home.
Right.
Yeah, that is a nice point. Not having to drive at night.
Yeah. So us older folks don't like driving at night.
No publicity this time, right, DJ?
What's that?
I say no publicity this time because we don't know what we're going to do yet.
Exactly, and I think it would be better not to invite the public. Even I would say invite our friends and family, but not the general public.
Unfortunately, because that's the best part about field day. Gosh,
Yeah.
That's sadly we can't invite the public. We can't invite the media. We can't invite the fire department and the police department. And, mayor and everybody else we normally might invite.
Yeah. Well, if Tim Chavis was still here, he would be invited.
Yeah, and Councilman Ed from Cal Mesa would probably be he'd probably get extra points for that.
Probably
get a normal field day.
Hey, we could start a fire, get the fire department there, do a crime, get the cops there.
Oh, there you go. That'll work. We'll just burn down one of the outbuildings there and
Ed,
get the fire department to show up.
So if Ed had a station, would we get extra points then as a councilman?
You know, actually, I don't think he would because he's a member. I don't think that would work, to be honest.
But if we contact him, that's an extra point, isn't it?
It's a point.
It's a point. It's always a point. That's the thing. It seems like it's almost like cheating, because what it sounds like they're letting us do now is kind of like cheating. We're going to be making a lot of duplicate contacts and still get points for them, and that's great.
It's new times.
Everybody's in the same situation, so it means everybody's points are going to be inflated. Yeah.
Tell Steve goodbye.
Yeah. Hey. So long, you guys.
Hey, Steve.
Right.
Okay.
Steve.
Thanks for showing up.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks everybody for showing up.
Right.
Thanks, DJ. Wonderful job.
Yeah.
Good job.
Thanks for guiding him down the road. Here he is. He's going out backpacking.
I'm going to leave this up till 9 o'clock, or everybody signs out. So there you go. Since we don't have to drive home. All right, everybody's signing out dutifully. Nice of you guys to join us. Appreciate it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and end it. Thanks, guys.
All right.
7-3. End meeting. All right. Kill the stream.